What's going on, guys? How you all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Listen to the broadcaster or the radio to figure it out. Well, I tried, and I couldn't find anything, so we're just going to go with Pfaadt. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Oh, all right, cool. Yes, it is Pfaadt. Okay, that's how you say it. Cool. Great. Well, we're on the air anyways. Hello, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons, so that way you know when I upload. Phillies are taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're playing at Chase Field. So it'll be an interesting matchup. As always, Phillies are looking to take Game 3 of this best-of-7 National League Championship Series. And it's a little bit weird. I mean, the timing is a little weird because it's a 5 o'clock start. And they've been playing at 8 o'clock almost every time. So, but, you know, we get it done early. And that's the really cool thing about it. Alrighty, let's say hi to everybody that's on here. What is up, Daniel? What's up, Katie? What's up, Sherry? I said Daniel. I didn't show his name up here. Daniel, what's up, dude? G-Venudes, of course, is here. Chris Moore, shout out to you. You told me to update the scoreboard because I had the wrong logo, so I got that fixed. FS Pod's on here. What's good, man? Can't wait for a regular season of NBA. I can, because I'm in baseball mode right now, man. I'm totally in baseball mode. Once baseball season's done, once the Phillies are done, then yes, NBA and NHL coming up. Here we go. Red October rolling to Arizona. We ain't losing. We ain't losing.
We ain't losing.
It always cracks me up when I play that. All right, so Ranger Suarez will be on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies. He'll be taking on Brandon Pfaadt. So should be an interesting outing for sure. I wanted to talk a little bit about Pfaadt because he had a pretty good outing his last time around. It was against the Dodgers, of course, in the National League Division Series. This is a guy who, in the wild card series, actually went only 2 2/3 of an inning. And he allowed 7 hits, 3 earned runs against the Milwaukee Brewers, and 1 walk. But the last time around, it seemed like, as he only allowed 2 hits, the one thing about him is that he was able to get in front of batters. And I think that the one thing that the Phillies have to just continue to do a good job at today is just make him work pitches. That's really going to be like the big thing in regards to just getting him out of the game. If you're able to work up his pitch count and you're able to just take advantage of pitches that are just up in the zone. That's what you got to do. Make him work, take him out of the game, make Torey Lovullo have to go to his bullpen, and do that first. And that's what really matters in regards to just how the hitting has to do, because this guy can dominate the strike zone at times. If he's ahead in the counts, as I mentioned, he can do some damage. He's a ground ball type of a pitcher. He doesn't really strike out too many batters, but he likes to get hitters on top of pitches and make them feel off balance at times, and he can do that. He just has not been able to do it consistently, so I think that the Phillies will do a good job against him today, but again, make him work. That's the key for the offense tonight. So, in regards to Ranger Suarez, the guy that's on the mound for the Phillies, he's been spectacular. He's really been living up to the expectations. Seriously, he's gone 8 2/3 of an inning in this postseason, has only allowed 1 earned run, has had 6 strikeouts as well. He did really well in the Atlanta series and was absolutely spectacular. Didn't even have to pitch in the wild card round because they obviously won both of their games. You had Wheeler and Nola going, so I expect him to just attack the strike zone. This is a guy who is a competitor. This is a guy who really likes to He really likes to battle through different types of adversity, and he's not afraid. He's not afraid of the moment, and he's not afraid of the big spotlight. And that's the one thing I like about Ranger, and that's what we want out of all of our pitchers. We want competitors on our team, and Ranger's one of those guys that's just like, give me the ball, Rob. I'm going to go out there whether you need me to throw 2 1/3 of an inning or if you need me to throw 5 innings. I don't care what it is. Let me go out there on the mound and let me dominate. That's all I got to say about that. So Ranger, the left-handed pitcher, He'll be on the mound for the Phillies going up against Brandon Pfaadt once again. So the Phillies starting lineup, it'll look like this. Kyle Schwarber batting in the leadoff spot. He's the designated hitter. Then you got Trey Turner batting second over at shortstop. Bryce Harper is batting third over at first base. Alec Boehm, the third baseman, is batting in the cleanup spot. He's batting fourth. And fifth, it'll be Bryson Stott over at second base. JT Realmuto is the guy behind the plate. Batting seventh is Nick Castellanos out in right field. In left field, you got Brandon Marsh batting eighth. And batting ninth is Johan Rojas. Larry's here. What's up, Larry? What is up, Chris? We said hi to Chris. We didn't say hi to Larry just yet. Jacqueline's here. What's up, Jacqueline? Aaron Rodgers in the building. The Phillies are a juggernaut. I tend to agree with you, man. Yeah, sick and tired of the Sixers. Yeah, man. I'm not really going to be talking too much about them tonight because we're focusing on positive things. We're focusing on something that is absolutely special, and we might not see this again. We may, but like, you just never know if you're going to make it back to this point or like this deep into the postseason. You just never know. And that's a whole conversation for another day. But I'm enjoying the moment, and that's the whole bottom line that I kind of wanted to just barrel down on. So again, Brandon Pfaadt on the mound for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and Ranger Suarez takes the hill for the Phillies. I wanted to talk a little bit about Torey Lovullo and just about the management of the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Philadelphia Phillies. Rob Thompson really has just been pressing all the right buttons in this series so far. Every time he makes a move to the bullpen, it seems like it's been the right move, and he just knows how to go to which certain guys, and he knows how to just talk to the players. The lineups have been looking really good. Larry and I actually talked about this off the air a couple of days ago, and he told me that, Nick Castellanos batting seventh. You might want to have him bat cleanup or in the cleanup spot, but Alec Boehm's starting to get hot. I mean, if Nick Castellanos is your seventh hitter right now, you have a deep lineup. There's just no doubt about it. Your lineup is so deep that if Nick Castellanos is hitting seventh, good luck against this team. I mean, the only way that you kind of quote-unquote settle down is when you get to Johan Rojas and maybe, just maybe, Brandon Marsh, but from 1 through 7, good luck facing this team. It's just how it is because everybody's on a tear, and Bryson Stott seems to be snapping out of his funk. And I don't know, everybody's just clicking on all cylinders. But in regards to just how Rob Thompson's been doing against Torey Lovullo, I think he's managed pretty well. And I go back to the point where, like when you're playing in Philadelphia, yes, like it's hard for opposing managers, and yes, it's hard for other players, to make certain decisions when you have that type of crowd that's just so energetic and that type of a thing. But I think that the one thing that I still am a little bit confused on to this day is I didn't know like why at the time, Torey Lovullo put in the lefty against Sir Anthony Dominguez when he gave up like 2 hits in a row or 2 base runners in a row. And then Thompson was just like, all right, well, you're going to make me go to my lefty. That's just called great management. That's really what it is. And I think that Rob Thompson, even though he has the better pieces, of course, and this team is hot, I think that he's done a really good job managing, and I think that that's a compliment to him. So I've been very skeptical at points during the season about his decision-making, but every time he has to go to somebody or has to make a switch to the lineup, it seems to be the right move all the time. So D-back shuffle lineup smells like desperation. Yes, sir. Aaron Rodgers on here saying we ain't losing. Rangers a gamer, says Ariel. Let's go, man. Yes, sir. All right, what else do we have on here? Phil's 7, Diamondbacks nothing, says JJ Sports Coverage. JJ, man, thanks so much for coming on here. I don't know if I said hi to you or not, but I just wanted to say hi because you're my guy. Last year's experience carries over this year with better results, I hope. This team's better than last year's team. They really just are. This team has just battled through so much adversity, and they have dominated teams in different types of ways. And you're talking about a 10-0 beatdown in the NLCS. I'm sorry, but that's just pure domination. Yo, JJ in the gang, glad to join for another call. Still holding on to hopes for the D-backs, but man, the Phillies are so good. Let's also give the Diamondbacks a lot of credit too, because they've made it this far, and I still don't think that it's going to be a sweep. It looks like it, but it really would not shock me if Arizona ends up taking one game. And I just think that they have a nice team, and they definitely have a really good future ahead of them. Corbin Carroll's been great, but against this top-heavy lineup, it's just hard to beat them. So they are the underdogs, and that's how it should be. So again, Kyle Schwarber leading things off for the Phillies. We're just about ready to get started. Brandon Pfaadt is on the mound. He's 3-9 in the regular season with a 5.72 ERA, 94 strikeouts, and 26 walks allowed. Opponents were batting .282 against him in the regular season. In the postseason, he's gone 7 innings. His ERA is at 3.86. And again, this is a guy who doesn't really have too much high velocity with his pitches, but when he's able to just paint the corners, he can be pretty aggressive in the strike zone. So here we go. We're in the top of the first. Schwarber leading things off. Turner batting second. Harper hitting third. Bohm fourth. Stott fifth. And then sixth will be JT Realmuto. Right behind him, it'll be Nick Castellanos. And then you have Brandon Marsh and Yohan Rojas, who's batting ninth. Oh, man. Larry, you making the trip to Arizona? I'd love to, but I'm so poor I can't even pay attention at the moment, says Larry. So Schwarber's coming up. He's batting .219 on the season with 3 homers, and the first pitch to Kyle. It's on the outside corner for a called strike. Forgot to write my lineups for today, but that's all right. Better late than ever. The ball's 1 strike. Pfaadt kicks, fires, and the pitch swing and a miss at 95 miles per hour. You'll see a lot of sliders and certainly a lot of fastballs from this guy. He's ahead in the count 0-2 here. So Turner waits in the on-deck circle, and Bryce Harper is in the hole. This is Game 3 of the NLCS. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 strike 3 called at the knees, and Pfaadt is able to get the first out of the inning. End of the ball game 2. So it's a backwards K. Schwarber got caught looking at a slider. It had a lot of good movement to it. Looked a little bit low, but it was a really nice pitch. So Trey Turner is coming up. And there's a swing and a miss on a sweeper at 86 miles per hour. So there we go. For the Diamondbacks defensively, it'll be Gabriel Moreno behind the plate. As the 0-1 swinging a line drive into right field for a base hit. It takes a couple of bounces in front of Tommy Pham. And Trey Turner will get on with a single. So, in regards to the defense for the Diamondbacks, you have, once again, it'll be Gabriel Moreno behind the plate. Over at first, it's Christian Walker. And then in the rest of the infield, you got Ketel Marte. Emmanuel Rivera, he's over at third base. And the shortstop is Geraldo Perdomo. So, Bryce Harper's coming up to the plate. And the first pitch, it's fouled off. The ball is 1 strike to Bryce Harper. 6 pitches by Pfaadt already. All of them have been for strikes. Diamondbacks in their regular home uniforms with the white outside part, along with the black letters on the back, the black numbers on the back, and the blue letters. The pitch in there for a strike. Wasn't very low. It was a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harper at the plate. The pitch. Swinging the grounder. Hit over towards the first base side. Marte flips it over to second for 1. And the throw to first in time. So there's a 4-6-3 double play. And that's going to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit. And we go to the bottom of the first at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Looks more of a mint green. Yeah, that's a better way to describe it. I like that better. That's the one thing that we're trying to work on here, is trying to figure out how to describe things a little bit better. But I like mint green a lot better. That's definitely a better way to describe it, for sure. We've got an army of mods in here. Mods, do your thing. Promote the channel and make sure that everybody's keeping the chat clean. All right? That's what we got to do. If you're a mod, with great power comes great responsibility. So I expect you guys, if somebody's spamming the chat, take care of business, man. Put them in the timeout or just get rid of them. You know, I don't want to have to deal with that type of stuff. So, and then just monitor that chat. Cheers. L'chaim. We're going to take the hat off. All right. Let's talk about the lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. So the D-backs will have Marte leading things off. He's over at second base. Corbin Carroll's the center fielder. He's batting second. Batting third, it's Gabriel Moreno, the catcher. And over at first base, it's Christian Walker. He's batting fourth. The right fielder, Tommy Pham, hitting fifth. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr. playing out in left field. He's batting sixth. And then Evan Longoria will be DHing tonight. He's batting seventh. Emmanuel Rivera hitting eighth over at the third base side. And Geraldo Perdomo is the shortstop. And Brandon Pfaadt is on the mound for the D-backs. So once again, it's Marte, Carroll, Moreno, Walker, Pham, Gurriel Jr., Longoria, Rivera, and Perdomo. Spider Mods, there we go. Welcome to the live chat. Please abide by our standards. Yes, sir. We love it when Larry does that. Game is on. Yep. The game is on. It's on TV, but you guys are tuning in on here. Oh, it's on, says Larry. You guys gonna fight? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oh. Who would win, Ian or Larry? No, I'm kidding. All right, Ranger Suarez on the hill for the Phillies. So Ranger, again, is 3-0 in the postseason. He's gone 23 in the third. He has 19 strikeouts, 7 walks allowed, as well as a .86 whip as well. A guy that pitched only a couple of innings in his first outing against the Atlanta Braves. And then Rob Thompson decided to go to the bullpen. But he was pretty good, pretty sharp, for sure. Ian, come on, you got to have confidence in yourself. You got to have confidence in yourself. Here comes Marte, the pitch, grounder, hit over to the third base side, sliding stop by Bohm, the throw to first, and it's in time. How about Alec Bohm starting off the bottom of the first with a web gem? That thing was hit so sharply on the ground, Bohm had to backhand it as he made a sliding stop, got back up on his 2 feet, and threw a dart over to first. And he continues to pick up where he left off in the last game defensively as well. Made 2 very spectacular plays, and this one, that can't go unnoticed either. So Corbin Carroll's coming up, and he takes that one for a strike. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons so that way you know when I upload. The 0-1, swing and a miss. We're a little bit behind. In case you're wondering, in case you guys are also watching this, we're a little bit behind because I'm in Nashville. I'm not in Philly, so my internet's a little bit slower here. I have to keep recapping it because people are always like, well, why is your game a little slow? The 0-2, swing and a miss. So I just wanted to make sure I clarified that. So Corbin Carroll strikes out on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Corbin Carroll. And already 2 quick outs. You have confidence in Larry. What's up, Snowman? How you doing? Thanks for coming on here. Please make sure that you guys go like and subscribe to Snowman Multimedia. First pitch to Gabriel Moreno is just off the plate for a ball. So Moreno in the postseason batting .217 with 3 homers and 7 RBI. The pitch at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So the Phillies defense from 1 through 9, they'll have Realmuto at the plate. And then on the bump, of course, is Ranger Suarez. The 1-1. Jack swing. Did he go? They say no, and the count is 2-1. And then from first to third, nothing different. It's Harper, Stott, Turner, and Bohm. And in the outfield from left to right, it is Marsh, Rojas, and Castellanos. The 2-1 offering. Swing and a miss. Can't watch on TV. Too nervous. That's why I listen to you. I like that better. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You have 3 games coming up this weekend. Guys, make sure that you go subscribe to Snowman Multimedia. Also, make sure that you go subscribe to G Vanutes, man. G Vanutes, drop your link down below. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gabriel Moreno, the catcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. And Ranger Suarez gets back-to-back strikeouts, and there's a 1-2-3 inning as we go to the top of the second in Game 3 at the Chase Field. Did I just say at the Chase Field? At Chase Field. Because I keep thinking about the Chase Field House because that's where I called games for the Delaware Blue Coats, so that's why I said that. Just wanted to clarify as to why I did that. Rangers on today. Ranger is not in danger. You rock like a Schwarbomb, says Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why I said it that loud, but I did. Let's take a sip of water. The energy is going to gradually come today. All right? If you guys are new to the channel, let's give you the whole rundown, the whole resume. All right? So, my name is Jason Joseph. Okay? My voice is still getting warmed up for some reason. I'm from South Jersey. I'm a sports broadcaster, and I started this channel 10 months ago while I interned at NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and I did this because I wanted to take a chance on myself and because I graduated from Rowan University with a sports broadcasting degree. So, as far as baseball goes, we did 127 of the 162 on the season, and we've been doing every single playoff game. We do Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football as well. So, and I love doing this. You know, this is the new paradigm of sports casting, and it's nice because we get to come on here and we get to have conversations with each and every one of you as we're doing the play-by-play. And it makes it more personal. We don't really take breaks. We just have a conversation while we're just chatting and still taking the play-by-play as the number one priority. How many Philly fans do you think are in Arizona right now? I know a couple people that are, but I don't know how many. I'd say about a quarter of the stadium, for sure. Yes, worries, says Mike Green. No, I'm kidding. He says no worries. Okay, so Brandon Pfaadt is going to go back out there for his second inning of work. He'll have to face the meat of the order. Man, I'm pretty hungry. 4, 5, and 6 coming up, speaking of meat. Probably going to make some burgers tonight after this game. Yes, so Alec Bohm, Bryson Stott, and JT Realmuto are all due up. Bohm had a big 2-run double in the last game for the Phillies, and he swings and misses at pitch number 1 to start off the top of the second. That was a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. No balls, 1 strike. Pfaadt lines up, kicks, fires, swing and a miss. At 94 on the gun. Pauline is here. What's up, Pauline? How you doing? You found our channel. Down with us, down with CBS, down with Nora O'Donnell, down with Canada, down with RTV, down with Riley Mercer, and down with Newfoundland, as the 0-2 is down low for a ball. Well, this is not down. This is actually pretty up. Hopefully this will be an uplifting stream. The 1-2 inside for ball 2. But I know that that's not the point. We're not down. We're working. And I hope I did not jinx that. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. Pfaadt gets set, kicks, delivers. That's outside for ball 3. Up with play-by-play with JJ. What did I just miss? Aaron Rodgers says we ain't losing. I love it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It was a 0-2 count, and now it's a full count. The payoff pitch to Bohm, swinging a little foul ball towards the third base side, and Dusty Wathan gets to it, and he'll hand it off as a little souvenir. One more subscriber till we get to 1,360. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the second. There's no score so far. Phillies lead the series 2-0 in the National League Championship Series. Payoff pitch popped up. It's out the middle of center field, and making the easy catch for out number 2 for the Diamondbacks. It'll be Corbin Carroll. So Carroll was out in right field in the first game, and Alex Thomas, well, the first 2 games that is, Thomas was playing out in center. And then Gurriel was out in left. So Gurriel is still in left. Carroll's in center now. And then Tommy Pham is playing out in right field. Here comes Bryson Stott to the plate. And the pitch that's at the knees for a called strike. I'm subscribed, so you should be too, says Aaron Rodgers. Yes, sir. The ball is 1 strike. Pfaadt winds up and delivers, and it's up high for a ball. So the crew chief for tonight, you have Dan Iasagna calling the balls and the strikes. Over at first base is Lance Barksdale. Trip Gibson's at second, and Adam Hamari's at third. The 1-1 sliced foul towards the third base side. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's 101 degrees in Arizona, but that's outside. Very sunny. The left field umpire is Andy Fletcher, and out in right field you have Carlos Torres. 1-2 is the count to Stott, and the next pitch, it misses inside for ball 2. Winner of the NLCS, of course, will play the winner of the ALCS in the World Series. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 inside and low. And the count is now full once again. So Brandon Pfaadt is 25 years old from Louisville, Kentucky. Bats right and throws right as well. Had a birthday on October 15th. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch. Swing gonna miss on a pitch that was in the dirt and way inside. And Bryson Stott strikes out. Well, he went fishing after that pitch and was thinking that he was going to get something that was more up, but just certainly wasn't going to be able to catch up to it. Oh, man. Aaron Rodgers had been subbed for months. 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the second inning. If you guys are new to the channel, spike the like. If you think that the Phillies are going to win, spike the like. If you think that the Phillies are going to lose, spike the like. We don't care. Spike the like. If you want to spike the like, spike the like. First pitch. It's in there for a strike to JT. Real Muto, 3 for 8 in this series so far with 4 RBI. The pitch. Outside and low. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. The bell. Ring it. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. And nobody on in the top of the second. The pitch. It's a 4-seamer at 93. And it just catches the edge of the inside corner for strike 2. Pfaadt is a rookie this season. He went 3-9 on the season and allowed 109 hits. The 1-2 on the way. Off the plate and low. He went to Bellarmine College. Had an interesting career there for sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Pfaadt's in cruise control so far as he gets back-to-back strikeouts. JT goes fishing after a slider. Out of the zone. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning in Phoenix, Arizona. All right. Oh, boy. Let's take a sip of water. How many people do we have on here in the chat? Probably should have that up. I got it. I'll figure it out. That I can do myself. We got 90 people on here watching. Oh my gosh. That's pretty impressive, man. That is pretty impressive. That's awesome. Only 44 likes, though, and 90 people are watching. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Algo people, do your thing. So here's something I wanted to ask you, because I'm somebody that thinks that reading is actually a really cool thing, okay? I like watching movies when I have the time, even though sports have really been my movies overall over the last year or so. Haven't really been sitting down watching a lot of TV shows, but I do want to ask, because I think that reading is such an important thing, and sometimes we tend to forget about how important reading is and about how good it is for the mind. So I have picked up a couple of books, okay, from my local thrift store. I did not take them with me. Shame on me for not doing that. But I want to know, okay, what your favorite sports books are, okay? If you've read any really cool sports book, it could be fiction or nonfiction, because I want to come up with a list of books that I should read, okay, that are all sports related. So if you guys have any suggestions, comment them down below right now. And let me make sure I get that correct. Best channel in the world, says Anthony. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Ant? How you doing, man? What is up? Life after Favre, says Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers' life after That's really funny. I'm laughing because if you guys don't understand like the whole reference, you know, Aaron Rodgers was a backup quarterback for Brett Favre before he became the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. So that's funny. All 4 by Jim Belton, says Low Rollers. It says LRC. All 4. Okay. All 4. We're going to write this down. Ugh. All 4. All right, so here comes Christian Walker to the plate. Ball 4 is good. Oh, ball 4. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that was on you. You misspelled that. But ball 4, I've heard of that. First pitch, swing and a miss to Christian Walker. So Walker from Norristown, Pennsylvania. He's up at the plate. Led the team in RBI on the season. The 0-1, swing and a miss on a pitch that was upstairs by Ranger Suarez. Yeah, ball 4. Okay. Anything by Bill James or Roger Angel. Okay, both are baseball writers, says Larry. Okay. All right. Bill James or Roger Angel. The ball's 2 strikes, and the 0-2 grounder hit back towards the mound. Ranger knocks it down, gets to it, and throws over to first. And it's in time for the first out of the inning. Another good pitch, and Ranger, who has done a pretty good job defensively as a pitcher, was able to do another nice job there. Late innings by Roger Angel is a good one. Okay. That I'm going to write down. The pitch. That's at the knees for a strike. Has anybody ever read Harry Callis's book? That's one I picked up. The 0-1 off the plate and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Suarez kicks, fires, and throws a changeup that misses low and in the dirt. So Pham in the NLCS is still looking for his first hit. But this was a guy that was 6 for 14 against the LA Dodgers in the NLDS. The 2-1 offering, it's on the inside corner. It's a sinker at 91. The count is now 2-2. The Brothers K. Okay, I'm going to write that one down as well. Give me a little synopsis on these books. Like, don't, like, spoil it, but, like, you know, I'd like to know before I look it up, you know, like what I should be looking for. The 2-2, it's at the knees for a called third strike, and Rangers Suarez gets another strikeout, and there's 2 outs in the inning. The Brothers K. And it doesn't all have to just be baseball. It could be golf. It could be tennis. I'm interested in all of it. First pitch to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is inside for ball 1. He's batted 172 in the postseason with a homer and 4 RBI. The 1-0 pitch. It's on the inside corner for a ball. Wow. When Your Back's Against the Wall by Michael O'Hare. Oh, I know. The whole Blindside movie. Okay, that one I know. Josh is here. What's up, JC? How you doing, dude? My brother. IRL. Love JC. The pitch inside for ball 3. So it's 3 balls, no strikes. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Nobody on. Suarez behind in the count. The 3-0 pitch, and he attacks the strike zone and gets that one on the outside corner. And it's a 3-1 count now. Gurriel Jr. playing out in left field. He's the 6th hitter in this Diamondbacks lineup. The 3-1, swing and a miss. I think that was the first time tonight that Ranger went with a curveball, and it worked. So it was a 3-0 count, and now the count is full, and the Phillies are 1 strike away from another 1-2-3 inning by Ranger Suarez. Only 1 hit in this game. It was on a single. Actually, 2 hits. The 3-2. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to a shallow center field. On the run is Rojas, and he can't get there. It actually landed up in between Stott and Rojas, and it's a bloop single, so that's why. I looked up, and I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. And there you go. There you have it. It's a bloop single by Lourdes Gurriel Jr. That means I should have written down my scorecard a little bit earlier. All right, so there's a bloop single, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Not a bad pitch thrown by Ranger. Just sometimes it's just a part of the name of the game. It was a blooper hit out to center field, and Stott just missed it. Tried to make a sliding stop. First pitch in this at-bat, there's a grounder hit back towards the mound, and the throw to first is in time, and Evan Longoria sees 1 pitch, and he's gone. So we go to the top of the 3rd, as the Phillies and D-backs are still scoreless at Chase Field. Brothers K, okay. Here we go. The Team That Wouldn't Die by Hal Bodley about the 1980 Phillies. Okay. When I go back and I listen to this is what I'm going to do, because I'm an idiot sometimes. When I go back and listen to this, I'm going to highlight all these comments, because sometimes the live chat doesn't work when I do a live chat replay, so we're going to just highlight all these things. If the Phillies win today, this thing is over tomorrow, says Jose. Okay, that's interesting. What's up, Jose? How you doing, man? Late to the chat, but here we are. Let's go, Phillies. Let's go. Yes. History of the Flyers, says Aaron Rodgers. That's a good book. The Brothers K is more about a family, but baseball is woven through the story. Okay. All right, so it's kind of like, I'd say Angels in the Outfield, because it's like, it's more about, what the heck's his name? The main character. He's the kid. It's more about the kid, and like baseball is still incorporated. Okay. We ain't losing, says Aaron Rodgers. All right, you should check out some pro wrestling autobiographies. Very interesting, says Brian M. Not sports, but pretty close. Right now I'm reading Superstar Billy Graham, Tangled Ropes. Okay, that's a good one. All right, I'll have to write that down. Ken Dryden wrote a classic called The Game About Hockey, says Ian Leslie. Okay. Is it a long book? Just out of curiosity. Carroll, Marte, Pham, Walker, and Gurriel are all good hitters, but we can't do anything against you guys, says Adam. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, you guys have a very bright future ahead of you. You guys took care of business against the Dodgers. You guys deserve to be here. I don't like it when people come on and they say that, because of the playoff format, that these teams that are in it didn't deserve to be where they are right now. I completely 1,000% disagree. I can't remember the coach that said this, but it was for football, but he said, you play to win the game, end quote. Same thing here. Same thing right here. No-hitter is gone, says Larry. We ain't losing, says Aaron Rodgers. Roger Kahn, the era baseball from 47 to 57. Sandlot Kid's favorite movie. That's a good movie. I love The Sandlot. Was there a book about The Sandlot? Does somebody know about that? Or is that just me? All right, we're in the top of the third. Castellanos is coming up to the plate. 7, 8, and 9 are due up for the fightins. The first pitch to Castilla is outside and low for ball one. You have to beat who you have to play to move on. That's how it works. 1 ball, no strikes to Castilla, and he fouls that pitch off of Brandon Pfaadt. So just a little bit more info about Brandon Pfaadt. Wanted to just talk a little bit more about him. So again, as we mentioned, he just turned 25 years old. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Just turned 25 years old. And the count is 1-2. So he's from Louisville, Kentucky. Played baseball in Trinity High School. And when he was in college, he played for the Bellarmine University baseball team. The 1-2 pitch inside for ball two. The Diamondbacks selected him in the 5th round of the 2020 MLB draft. And he did not play in 2020 due to COVID-19, of course. But he made his professional debut with the Visalia Rawhide. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and Castellanos strikes out. That was a fastball that was towards the letters, and Castellanos could not catch up to it. So Brandon Pfaadt has been very dominant with striking out a lot of batters. Doing a pretty good job. Here comes Brandon Marsh, and he takes that one way outside for a ball. So that's now 3 strikeouts in a row by Brandon Pfaadt, mind you. 1 ball, no strikes to Marsh. The pitch by Pfaadt. Curveball inside and low. Sandlot is a book by Allison Hendry. Okay. Cool. That I did not know. Doesn't surprise me because a lot of movies that are made are based off of books. 2 balls, no strikes to Marsh, and the pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to right field on the run, and not being able to get there's the right fielder, and it's going to go all the way towards the wall. So Pham couldn't get there, and Marsh is going to go for 2. The throw misses the cutoff man, but it goes all the way over to third, and Marsh will just stay put over at second, and the Phillies get their first extra base hit on the day. I think that Tommy Pham misread that just a little bit, and maybe if Corbin Carroll was out in right field, maybe it could have just been a single, but Brandon Marsh will certainly take that. Just watching that in real time, I mean, it was hit so sharply, but I thought maybe Pham had a chance of getting to it and playing it on a hop, but I guess not. So a 1-out double, and the Phillies have a runner in scoring position. Yohan Rojas, the caboose, is up at the plate, and he takes a strike right down Broad Street. at 93 miles per hour. Rojas is 1 for 8 in the NLCS with a walk and 3 strikeouts. The pitch, high bouncer, hit over towards the first base side, but it'll be dribbled foul. And it goes out of play. So no balls, 2 strikes. Swamp Thing, says Larry. Pretty good crowd at Chase Field. It just does not compare to the Philly crowd, though, at the bank. No balls, 2 strikes. Marsh leads off at second. Pfaadt trying to keep him in check. Now back to the plate, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that fastball was way up high. And Rojas, well, he's been struggling for the Phillies, but another strikeout there. How about this? Brandon Pfaadt has struck out 4 out of the last 5 batters that he has faced. So we flip the lineup card as there's 2 outs, and Kyle Schwarber's coming up. Phillies have Marsh in scoring position, 2 outs. First pitch, it's a curveball at 81 miles per hour. You type faster than me, Larry, says Mike Green. That's a good thing, Larry. That's a good thing. You still have it, Larry. The 1-0 pitch. It looked like it was in there for a strike. And it was, but I didn't see a signal from the home plate umpire. Oh, boy. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Feel free to donate to the channel if you'd like to as well by clicking that super chat button in the live chat. The 1-1 to Schwarber, swing and a miss, and that fastball was just a little bit off the plate outside. So Schwarber struck out looking to start off the ball game. Rally towels waving for the Snakes out here in Arizona. Game got started at 5:07 p.m. Eastern Time. 2 outs in the top of the third. We're still scoreless. Phillies lead the series 2-0. A runner at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pfaadt looks back at second, now back to the plate. Winds up and delivers, and it's just fouled back. It was a high fastball, and Schwarber stayed with it and just got a piece of the pie. I like that. Just got a piece of the pie. That just came to me. Huh. 1 ball, 2 strikes still as we do it again. Schwarber had 2 homers the last time he faced the D-backs. And the next pitch in the dirt for ball 2. So Kyle Schwarber is a 2-time All-Star. Obviously won a World Series championship with the Chicago Cubs back in 2016. There have been a whole lot of conversations about the Phillies bringing Rhys Hoskins back from the ACL injury that he's had this season and him coming back in the World Series. Well, Kyle Schwarber had the same sort of experience in 2016. The 2-2 pitch, swinging a towering fly ball. If it's fair, it's gone. It's foul. That was a hanging slider right out over the middle of the plate, and Schwarber hit it long foul. Well, when you're missing your spots, you don't want to do that against this guy. Doesn't matter where he's batting in the lineup. Can't really make a lot of mistakes against this Phillies lineup in general. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. Lots of 2s on the board, but we're in the top of the third. The pitch, strike 3 called on the outside edge of the plate. A sweeper at 87, and Kyle Schwarber gets caught looking for the second time today. 6 strikeouts by Brandon Pfaadt, and he has been putting on a magnificent show. So we go to the bottom of the third at Chase Field. And who would have thought? Ring the bell, guys. Are their rally towels red? I'll have to take a look again. Throw that again, please, says Mike Green. We hit Gowan and Kelly, and we can't hit this guy, says Larry. Sometimes it just happens. Astros will be playing against the Texas Rangers later tonight in Game 4 of their League Championship Series. That's the American League Championship Series. It's the Battle of Texas. Astros were able to get back into the series last night as they are now trailing 2-1. So, yes, if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bell icons. The resume. Yeah, so I'm from South Jersey. I'm a broadcaster, and I've been doing this for 10 months. Started off actually doing 76ers basketball games, and of course, once the Phillies are done, we will pick up the Sixers and pick up the Flyers as well. So even if the Phillies have to take a week off, and if they win tonight, and if they win tomorrow, and they have to wait until next week, doesn't matter. That's how it's going to go. Did you see Tavares rob a home run in center? Oh, I saw that. Yeah. And Joe Davis's call. Shout out to Joe Davis again. Highway robbery. I don't know where that came from, but that was a great call. That was really a great call. Katie Herring says, we need some runs by the Phillies immediately. Come on, Phillies. You need all the help that you can. I think that I expected this to be a low-scoring game, to be honest. It's funny because if the Phillies are not able to hit, their pitching staff is pretty good too. You know, spike the like, says Larry. Yes, sir. Spike that like button. There you go. While people are still on here, if you're feeling a little bit bored. Charge. All right, here we go to the bottom of the third. The pitch, it's in there for a called strike at 92 miles per hour. Some of these sound effects are just freaking awesome. Here's Emmanuel Rivera. He's up at the plate, and the pitch is fouled back towards the right field side. Philadelphia Phillies need to play some small ball. You don't always have to hit a home run. Well, in order for you to play small ball, though, you got to get on base. You have to get on base. So they're not really getting the base runners, except they did get Brandon Marsh and Trey Turner. So that was 2. Speaking of 2, no balls, 2 strikes, and Suarez fires the pitch to Rivera, swinging a towering fly ball. It's out to left field. It'll stay in the yard, though, and Marsh will make the catch right in front of the track. So there's 1 out, and Rivera is retired. So Longoria ended the inning, the second inning that is, with a ground out. Here comes Geraldo Perdomo. Flyers are 2-1 to start the season. Yes, sir. They're saying the lighting in the stadium is really odd. We'll take some adjusting. What stadium? The ball's 1 strike, and the pitch. It's in there for a strike. So Perdomo batting on the right side. He's a switch hitter who's been batting 9th throughout most of the season. The pitch. It's down low for a ball. Let's see. I missed a couple of comments. I apologize about that. Angelo Cataldi's coming out with a book called Loud. Okay, that's a very good one. I totally forgot about that. The 1-2 delivery. Check swing. And the first base umpire says he did not go. So the count is 2-2. Aaron Rodgers says charge. The pitch up high for ball 3. It was a sinker at 91. Yeah, the roof is closed. Okay, so it's raining there. Chase Field. Did somebody say PNC? 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. And Ranger Suarez, that was a filthy pitch. My goodness, that pitch was just absolutely deceiving, and Perdomo thought he had a walk. It was the right call, and it was thrown in the right spot as well. A pitching duel in the desert, says Chris Moore. Nothing like it in playoff baseball. Here comes Ketel Marte, batting on the right side, and he will take a fastball just outside. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Batting .323 in the postseason with 2 homers and 4 RBI. The 1-0 pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. It's going to go all the way towards the corner. Marsh has to go over towards the line and foul ground. Marte's going to go to second. He's rounding second, and he'll stay put over there as the throw is made to third. And there's a 2-out double by Ketel Marte. 101 degrees out in the desert. And very rainy, but, of course, Chase Field has the roof on top, so weather not a factor. Ketel Marte did a nice job at staying with that hanging fastball. And he's trying to get his teammates involved. Here comes Corbin Carroll. He's gone pretty quiet in the series, even though he got on to start off both game 1 and 2. The pitch. It's down low for a ball. Marte is on a 12-game hitting streak, which is the third longest hitting streak to start off a postseason. Greg Lazinski is second with 13. And the 1-0, swinging a bouncer it over to third. Baseball has it, and he'll throw it over to first, and it's in time, and the inning comes to an end. So just a 2-out double and nothing to it. We go to the top of the fourth. Quick game so far in the desert. Both teams with 2 hits and no runs in Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. Do you pitch to Carroll? Well, I think that they answer that question. I would. Why not? Harper charging at the pitcher for hitting him, says Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what that means. He didn't get hit. It rains in Arizona. I don't believe it, says Larry. That's funny. That's funny. All right. Yeah. So, any other books that you guys have read that you'd like to share in regards to sports? It doesn't have to be a baseball book. It could be a memoir. It could be anything. It could be something that has sports in it, but it's not necessarily, it has a bigger meaning than sports. You know, anything like that. If you have any more suggestions, comment them down below. All right? Because I think reading is a very powerful tool. I do. I think that reading is something that we tend to forget about because we're so used to, in this type of society, now we're used to getting things so immediately, and that's why we go to YouTube, and that's why we go to these social media platforms, because we get this content instantly, and it's in our face, and it's very addictive. But, like, when you take a step back, it's also, like, reading helps you learn vocabulary, and it helps you learn about, like, how to picture things, and that's why it's like, I like to compare watching a movie to a book. You know, like you have watching a movie as one thing, and then you have reading a book as another thing. But I kind of think about TV and radio in the same sort of sense, if that makes sense. I don't know what this has to do with anything. I don't really want to give a lecture about reading, but in short, I think reading is a very powerful tool, and I've been losing sight of that. So I don't want to do that. And reading articles is different than reading a book. If the Arizona Diamondbacks don't win today, it's going to be a sweep. Deion Sanders is coming out with a book in March of next year. That's cool. 50 Shades of Grey. That's not about that doesn't have anything to do with sports. Dr. Seuss, says Mike Green. Something that has sports in it, but like has a bigger meaning. Is there any Dr. Seuss books that have sports, actually? Like, I don't know. Who do you think will be in the World Series with the Phillies, says Trisha? That's a good question. Comment that down below. Who do you guys think is going to make it to the World Series in the AL? Here comes Trey Turner, and then there's a swing and a miss. So Brandon Pfaadt out there for his fourth frame of work. He's the second D-backs pitcher with 6 or more strikeouts in the first 3 innings. Randy Johnson was the only one that did it twice. I'm kidding, says Mike Green. I figured you were. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Karcher in the Rye. Not about a catcher or sports, but it's my favorite book. Oh, and there's a baseball mitt involved, says Larry. So no balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the top of the 4th, and the pitch just popped up. Hit over towards the first base side and foul ground. Walker will give it a look towards the net, and it goes out of play in the 3rd row. So the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on, of course, the Philadelphia Phillies. Trey Turner is the man that's up at the plate. We have 71 likes and 88 people on here watching. That means we need 17 more to match that. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. How about 7 strikeouts by Brandon Pfaadt? This is absolutely bonkers. Turner was chasing after that pitch, just way out of the zone. So there's 1 out in the top of the 4th. And now Bryce Harper's coming up. And he takes that one off the plate. Last time that Pfaadt had 8 strikeouts, it was just on this September 27th. It was the last day of the regular season, or his last time that he pitched in the regular season. It's the 1-0. It's grounded up the middle, but Marte has it, gathers himself, and throws over to first, and Harper is out. Not a whole lot of action so far in Game 3 of the NLCS. Rangers Trisha. It has everything about playing baseball. First base, second base, third base, and home runs. Says Director 97 about Dr. Seuss. The pitch. Okay, there's a fly ball. It's hit out to right center field. On the run is Tommy Pham. He'll stop and wait for it, though, and he'll make the catch. And another 1-2-3 inning by Brandon Pfaadt, who's just in cruise control so far. 2 hits allowed, and that's it. And Rangers Suarez will hopefully try to match him as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Trying to think about the last time he had 10 strikeouts. He's never had 10 strikeouts in his career. So he needs 2 more to pass that. He's had 8 strikeouts 3 times this season. And of course, this is his first time facing the Phillies. All right, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. It would be really cool if the Phillies played the Astros back-to-back. Trisha, first of all, thanks so much for coming on here. I appreciate you for finding this channel and for, sticking with us. It means a lot. I think it would be really cool. I think it would be nice, but I also think that there's something to be said about Philly-Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's think about the Phillies and the Rangers for just a quick second, okay? Phillies have not beaten the Rangers since, I believe, 2013. Somebody can fact-check me on that. I think that was the last time that they actually beat the Texas Rangers. So you have that. You started off the season facing the Texas Rangers, and you got swept. So there's that, which would be really interesting. And the other thing about it is that I think that what would be like a really, really cool storyline is that you have Max Scherzer, a guy that used to face you a lot with the Nationals and with the Mets. Well, you have to face him again. And if Jacob deGrom was pitching, it would be a whole nother story too. But I don't know. I just think that there would be a lot of cool storylines in that series too. It's a win-win situation if you have to play them. In regards to just baseball ratings, they're both going to be tough outs. And let's not lose sight of this series. It's easy to lose sight because the Phillies have been very dominant so far, but you got to win. You have to win all the games that are out in front of you. That's how I am. Nick Foles, Believe It, and Doug Peterson's Fearless. Never read them, but I've always wanted to, says Brian. It's a good one. W.P. Kinsella wrote Shoeless Joe, meaning Shoeless Joe Jackson. It's cool. I want the Diamondbacks to win this game so it can go on longer, says Psych Boxes. That's cool. I think it's good. I think it may go 5, guys. I really do. He did his homework on the Phil's hitter, says Mike Green. I did? That's good. I always try to do my homework, guys. I do. All right, we're in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch. There's a grounder, backhanded by Stott, and they'll throw over to first. And one pitch, and Marino is already retired. A quirky book, Build It and They Will Come. Field of Dreams. I like that. Jamie Moyer wrote a book I haven't read yet. What's that called? All right, so there's one gone in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Marino is retired, and here comes Christian Walker. The pitch. That's off the plate for a ball. Walker's 0 for 1 today with a ground out. He's 32 years old. Signed a $6.5 million one-year extension during this past offseason. The pitch. That's down low for ball 2. Played for the Aberdeen Ironbirds after he was selected by the Baltimore Orioles in the 4th round of the 2012 MLB Draft. He also played with the Delmarva Shoebirds back in 2013 as the 2-0 is inside and high for ball 3. And then the Braves actually were the team that claimed him off waivers in 2017 as the next pitch is inside for ball 4. And then he was let go, and then the Reds picked him up in 2017, and then finally he came to the Diamondbacks, and he's found a home since then. And he's been really, really good. And sometimes, like, you don't really think about it, but, you know, some people with different organizations, they thrive. And they don't thrive in other organizations. Next pitch, that's outside for a ball. I mean, look at, maybe this isn't the best comparison, but, like, look at, I don't know, look at Brandon Marsh. He's been doing really, really well with the Philadelphia Phillies. And with the Angels, he was still starting, but he wasn't playing this good. The pitch, it's in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Ranger looks back at first, now back to the plate. And that pitch is fouled back towards the net. Steven says, sorry I wasn't here sooner. I was watching a bootlegged stream of the game itself on YouTube. Glad to have you here to keep me going while writing some new labs for my students. Go Phillies! 1 ball, 2 strikes. Suarez kicks, steals, and it's a changeup off the plate. All right, JJ, I'm back after taking the dogs out. What did I miss? Well, you can see for the scoreboard yourself. It says it all. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first. And the next pitch, swing gonna miss. A curveball at 76 miles per hour, and Tommy Pham, who was up at the plate, has to go back to the dugout. I don't think I mentioned that he was up, and I apologize about that. Oh, Director97, thanks so much for the donation. Appreciate it.
We ain't losing.
Oh, that was not the one I wanted to play, but yes, we ain't losing, Bryce. Here comes Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who just missed a homer his last time up. The pitch, it's a curveball at 78 miles per hour. They bet 1 in the Astros game, Urquidy over 12.5 outs, so I need them to go about 5 innings, and then Rice plus 3.5 for the Vegas Golden Knights. There we go. Keep up the great work, JJ. I love you, man. Thanks so much for the donation. The pitch. It looked like it was in there, but it was not in the eyes of the home plate umpire. The count is 1-1. So the Diamondbacks are 2 for 26 with runners on base in just this series. Darn it, I'm out of dip. Should I run the Wawa? Of course. The 1-1 pitch. Inside and high for ball 2. Like, the answer to that is always a yes. You have to go to Wawa. You have to go to Wawa. There's never a bad time to not go to Wawa. Unless the Phillies lose. The 2-1 pitch. Down low for ball 3. But see, then here's the question, okay? Because for those of you that are in the Philadelphia area or on the East Coast, okay, if the Phillies somehow, and this wouldn't happen in the postseason unless a World Series game gets postponed or whatever, but if the Phillies and the Eagles had to play on the same day and the Phillies lost and the Eagles won, you still go to Wawa then. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Milena Belasco says, here's a good book, The Boys in the Boat, 9 Americans and Their Epic Quest for Gold at the 1936 Berlin Olympics. It's a non-fictional novel written by Daniel James Brown and published on June 4th of 2013. That sounds really interesting. Wow. It's a full count to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. There's 2 outs and a runner at first. The pitch, chopper, hit back over towards shortstop. Turner has it, and he flips it over to first, and it's in time. He had to play it on 2 bounces and then had to throw a little sidearm over to first base, and he got it off in plenty of time, and the inning is over. So no runs, 1 man left, and we go to the top of the 5th at Chase Field. Director showing some more love. Yes, that's for sure. TBS sucks for postseason games. Well, that's why we don't suck, man. We don't suck. True TV is a little bit better. Play-by-play with JJ is the best, guys. It is. Sorry, it's so late to come on. I was listening to you while I cooked. Oh, thank you, Jen. Jen's here. What's up, Jen? John Moyer says, I just bought my brother-in-law, Joe Louis, or Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, Little Big Books. Okay. Interesting. So you're saying the D-backs are a team of unwanted journeymen, says Larry. Did I say that, or did somebody else say that? My stream of the game on Fubo TV is still in Spanish. Well, you get the best of both worlds, just like, and this is a bad reference, but this is a dad joke incoming, but you have Hannah Montana, the best of both worlds. Good show, by the way. Was a big fan of Disney Channel when I was a kid. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, best show. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons so that way you know when I upload. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football. So this team has not really provided a whole lot of action. Neither team has, and, well, one team is looking to blink first. Don't know which one it's going to be, but we shall see. Trying to quit dipping, says Mike Green. You got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do. Have you tried the Turkey Hill Phillies ice cream, Grand Slam? Unfortunately, we don't have Turkey Hills in South Jersey. So if I were to go to Harrisburg and see my aunt, I could do that. But would I just go for Phillies Grand Slam ice cream? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd have to see my aunt too. I'd have to make a whole trip out of that. So, shout out to my aunt. My aunt's the best. I love my aunt. Love my parents. Love my family. And love you guys. But yeah, Grand Slam ice cream is really good. Ranger fields his position very well. That's why he was a Gold Glover, I believe, or he was up for the Gold Glove Award. Shadow Divers is an awesome nonfiction book about finding and researching a German U-boat. Wow. Okay, so Brandon Pfaadt has just been in absolute cruise control so far for the Arizona Diamondbacks and has really been looking like their ace. Seriously, he's been so dominant. If you guys are just tuning in, Bryson Stott's coming up to the plate, and he takes a strike at the knees. It looked a little bit low, but it's no balls, 1 strike. 52 pitches by Brandon Pfaadt so far. He's gone 4 innings, has had 7 strikeouts, needs 1 more to tie his season high. And the 0-1 pitch, it's popped up, hit out towards shallow right field. On the run is Marte. He says he has it, and he'll make the catch over the shoulder. And there's 1 away in the top of the 5th. So Stott pops out to second. 10 of the 14 first pitches have been thrown for strikes by Brandon Pfaadt every time he faces a new batter. Come visit and get some ice cream too, says my Aunt Janice. I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I could. I would love to do that. I would love to come visit you. The pitch to JT inside for a ball. Talking about Wawa and dinner is making me hungry. Yeah. I'm with you. Frying up some burgers tonight. The pitch, swing and a miss. What we're doing is we're frying up burgers, and then we're going to be watching. We're going to have like an NFL red zone type of a thing, like where we're going back and forth between the Astros game and the Thursday night football game. And it's going to be fun. I did that on Sunday, and it was a little stressful, but it was kind of cool. The 1-1 pitch. It's down low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Spread the word. Tell people to come on here. Tell your friends, your family, and have them become a part of our family. The pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to right center field. On the run is Pham, and making the catch out at the wall is Corbin Carroll. Didn't see Carroll at first, but he just came in there at the last second, and he just caught it in front of the track. And there's 2 away, so stayed in the yard. Last time JT played here, he had the cycle. That was back in June. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, or the top of the 5th, excuse me. And Nick Castellanos is coming up. 2 outs. Nobody on. The pitch to Casty, and he swings and misses at that one badly. His helmet came flying off, and he was thinking fastball, and that took the daylights out of him. Vince McMahon's biography, Ringmaster, is a good read, says Brian. Good. We're coming up with some good ones, man. The pitch. There's a pop-up hit back behind home plate, and it'll find the seats. Goes about 4 rows back, maybe a little bit further. Lost sight of it in our projector, on our monitor. So Nick is 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. No Liam Castellanos in the crowd. As the fans are standing on their feet, there's some red rally towels. Larry asked what color the rally towels were earlier. A darker red compared to the Phillies. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And how about Brandon Pfaadt with 8 strikeouts? He ties his season and his career high as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and he has just been absolutely picture perfect. Wow. All right, game is half hour over in an hour and 6 minutes. Game is halfway over in a half hour and 6 minutes. Hello, go Phillies, says Giordano Molina. What's up, Giordano? You're in cruise control. We had 81 likes. Let's get to 100. 101 Dalmatians, 101 people on here. I don't think we have 101 people. I just wanted to come up with something there because I lost my train of thought. Because I've been losing my train of thought a lot tonight, and I do apologize about that. So while I gather myself, let me take a sip of water. These ABs are not competitive at all, but guess what? Again, as Shrek would say, and my family would like me for saying this, onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Phillies, guess what they have? They have layers. They do. Oh, boy. Algo people, do your thing. Mods, do your thing. People that are just coming on here, the name's Jason Joseph, all right? I'm a fast talker when I want to be. And I'm a very slow talker when I want to be as well. But now I'm talking really fast because this has been a very fast-paced Phillies game so far. This is Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. That's what you're tuning into. And yeah, so I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I graduated from Rowan University last year with a sports communication and media degree. And I've been coming on here for 10 months. It's been literally 10 months. Started doing this when the Sixers were in the middle of their basketball season. We finished out the NFL season as well. And yeah, so we do Eagles football, Flyers hockey, Sixers basketball, and Phillies baseball. We did 127 of the 162 in the regular season. And, well, obviously we've been doing every playoff game. So if you'd like to support the channel, just hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. That's just 3 buttons that you got to press, guys. 1, 2, 3. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. So, what a ride, JJ. Cheers. Houston to Dave has been on here since the Phillies played against the Astros, and that was the first time that they were on Apple TV. And that's when we first had our first breakout, I'd say. Let's go Snake, says Estevan. What's up, Estevan? How you doing, man? Shout out to Rowan, says Jen. Yes, Glassboro State, Rowan University. Did you guys know this? Because I found out about this about a year ago. That Dan that Dan Baker, okay, the Phillies PA announcer, he went to Rowan University. Pitch that's in there for a strike to Evan Longoria. So Longoria's 0 for 1. He grounded out. He's batting 174 in the postseason. He's the designated hitter tonight. Suarez back on the mound, and he fires a cannon to home plate, but it's up high. How is baseball fair when each park has different fields? I knew there was something I forgot to say. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Well, I mean, first of all, some teams play on grass. Some teams play on turf. So there's a difference there. There's a difference between the dimensions of the stadium as well. The 1-2, it's down low for a ball. Some teams play outdoors. Some teams play indoors. Some teams have a retractable roof. So if the ball's carrying because of the wind or if weather's playing a factor, it's going to be a factor in the ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and nobody on. Longoria 0 for 1. Ranger with 57 pitches. The 2-2. There's a fly ball. It's out to center field. Not that deep, though. Rojas goes over towards his left. He'll back up just about a couple of steps, and he will catch the can of corn for out number 1. So Longoria is 0 for 2. And there's 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. We're going to turn on this light because I think we're starting to get a little bit dark. And we'll do it after the inning's done. Seriously, Larry, I think you watch Shrek too much. Great minds think alike, says Jen. Back when it was Glassboro State. Yes, sir. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch to Emmanuel Rivera, and he'll cut that one foul. Pretty big crowd at Chase Field in Arizona. Tickets were literally $15 to go to the game. So some people that I knew literally flew from Philly, went to the game, and stayed at a hotel, and it was cheaper than going to a Phillies game. The 1-1 fouled back. Have 3 Rowan alumni in my family, says Bob Paul. Gonna tell them what a good broadcast this is. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. The 1-2 pitch. That's off the plate for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 5th. There's nobody on and 1 out. Excuse me. There's a fan wearing a Luis Gonzalez uniform. Of course, Gonzalez had some great years with the Snakes. The 2-2 on the way. He went around, says the home plate umpire, on the check swing. They didn't even have to appeal. And Ranger Suarez gets another strikeout on his 63rd pitch of the game. So he's been absolutely dominant too. Two outs, bases empty. Geraldo Perdomo batting on the right side against the lefty Ranger. The pitch, curveball in there for a strike, right down the pipe. Jeff Hoffman's getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. So Perdomo is behind in the count 0-2. He is 0 for 2 today. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Phillies had a 90-72 record on the season. And the dbacks were 84-78. Phillies beat the Marlins in the wild card series. D-backs beat the Brewers in the wild card series. The 0-2 to Perdomo. Strike 3 called at the knees. Back-to-back Ks by Ranger Suarez. And he has been absolutely electric, matching Brandon Pfaadt tonight. Ranger has gone 5 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, no runs, and has 7 strikeouts. We go to the top of the 6th at Chase Field. This might be one of the best outings that Ranger Suarez has had in his career. Seriously. Pfaadt with 8 strikeouts and 2 hits allowed. It's been chess in baseball. Come on, Rob. Give Ranger another inning, says Larry. Trust the guy. I trust him. 3 solos, 1 3-run, says Trisha. No homers. Phillies win 2-1. 7 strikeouts. The rare pitching duel on display. Steven says, just curious to hear from the chat. Who do we think from the Phils is going to get the first run of the night? How many solo homers? Okay, so that's why somebody said 3 solo homers. Yeah, comment down below. Please comment your thoughts down below. And again, we need 39 more subscribers in order for us to get to 1,400. I would love for us to get 1,400 subscribers right before the World Series. I think that would be really cool. And you heard me say that right before the World Series. Trey will get the first homer, says Trisha. Okay. Oh, boy. This has been a very, very fast game. It's 102 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. The opening line for the Phillies to win this game was at -140. They're still at -140. Yuki Matsui. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming on here, Yuki. I appreciate it. Is that how you pronounce your name, by the way? I want to make sure. If I'm not pronouncing your name right, guys, please correct me, obviously. There was somebody that came on, I forget, it was maybe like 2 weeks ago, that was like, you've been saying my name wrong like this whole time, and I'm like, dude, I'm really sorry about that. I wish you would have told me. Marsh drives in the first run, book it, says Larry. Phillies would destroy the Dodgers, too, even if the D-backs lost the first round. I'm telling you, man, the teams that deserve to be here deserve to be here. The only thing I would say is that the Atlanta Braves probably would have beaten the Arizona Diamondbacks. And it's no disrespect to Arizona, but the Atlanta Braves and the Phillies, that was the National League Championship Series. That, I think, honestly, should have been the World Series, but I've been saying that all year long because I think that they're the 2 best teams in the league. But here comes Brandon Marsh. First pitch is in there for a strike. So Marsh has doubled today. He's been one of only 2 people to solve Brandon Pfaadt. The 0-1 just looked a little bit up high, but it's a called strike. And Marsh having some words of disagreement with Dan Iasagna. Andrew Salfrank is getting loosened up in the Diamondbacks bullpen. Honestly, with the way both pitchers are pitching, it's been pretty impressive. Why not leave him out there? Don't have anything to lose. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 pitch upstairs. 39 more subscribers until we get to 1,400 subs. Astros and Rangers playing later tonight. First pitch will be at 8:03 p.m. Eastern Time. The 1-2 on the way downstairs. Tata. What's up, Tata? Good evening, JJ and everybody. Please keep in your prayers the family of our friend, fallen officer Richard Mendez. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 on the way to Marsh. Just low. And I was surprised that Iasagna called that a ball because when the same pitch was thrown to Kyle Schwarber in the first at-bat, it was called a strike. So the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch on the way. Swing gonna miss. That was a sinker outside. And Brandon Pfaadt with 9 strikeouts tonight. That's his career high. It's just been absolutely electric. What else can you say? He's throwing like he's Randy Johnson out there. just getting all the pitches to go into his favor and has just been absolutely magnificent. So there's one out, and here comes Yohan Rojas. The pitch inside and high for a ball. Okay, so Tata says, good evening, JJ and everyone. Please keep in your prayers the family of our friend, fallen Officer Richard Mendez, and my brother-in-law, Officer Raul Ortiz, who were ambushed last week at the Philadelphia airport. The 1-0 pitch. It's on the inside corner for a strike. Well, we are all saying prayers to you and to their families for sure. Absolutely. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging just a little dribbler that's fouled off the foot of Rojas. Wow. That is really wild. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pfaadt on the mound. 69 pitches. Already has a career-high 9 strikeouts and is looking for his first double-digit strikeout of his career. One out, base is empty. Rojas up at the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Pfaadt gets set, winds up, kicks, fires, and the pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to center field. Backing up is Carroll. He has plenty of room, and he makes the catch just in front of the warning track, about a foot or so before the track, and there's 2 away. You're saying my name correctly, says Yuki. There we go. The Phillies can't go to the bullpen yet. You could probably go out there under 2,000, says Mike Green, according to the game. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that, Tata. They're all getting the prayers. All right, so Torey Lovullo's going to pull the plug. And that's going to be it for Brandon Pfaadt. And in all honesty, I wonder why. But we'll see as we have a pitching change at Chase Field. Have to see what happens, but I guess this is just the way the game is played now. But I don't like making judgments without knowing something until like after the fact, but I'm just saying that from just an eye test perspective, this guy is pitching the best game of his career, right? And he's doing everything he can, and now you want to put in a new pitcher and he only has 70 pitches? Just saying, like, I don't know. We're so close to getting 90. Come on, let's get to 100 before the 7th inning. And if you just subscribe to my channel, comment who you are down below. Pitch and change. All right, we will, says Trisha. You're right. The Phillies are looking the best, like the best athletes. I couldn't believe that the Rangers got through. Then I saw how tired the Astro pitcher's arms are. Third time through the order. Yes, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons so that way you know when I upload. Third time through the order. That's why I took him out. Again, I test. I'm just like that's how I think of it. Like, yes, okay, statistically, that's probably why he's doing it, and I can understand that. And he wants to go to a lefty here. Yes, but is it the right move? Is that what you would do if you were managing a team in this situation? Lefty to face Schwarber, but Pfaadt struck him out twice. And see, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Tata Garcia, prayers to the family of both of them. All right, so Brandon Pfaadt's night is done. He went 5 2/3, allowed 2 hits, no runs, and had 9 strikeouts. And here's Andrew Saalfrank, who in the postseason has gone 1 2/3 and has only allowed 1 hit. First pitch, it's off the plate for a ball. So Saalfrank wearing his glasses as he's on the mound. Not goggles, just regular glasses. The 1-0 pitch down low for ball 2. Wanted to talk a little bit more about Saalfrank, and we'll do that in just a couple of seconds. But Kyle's 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts, both against Brandon Pfaadt. And the 2-0, that misses for ball 3. So Schwarber in front of the count already. On deck is Trey Turner. The 3-0. It's on the inside corner for a called strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. The pitch inside for ball 4. It was a fastball. It just missed, and Kyle Schwarber gets on. After striking out looking twice, he walks. There's a 2-out walk here. So Sal Frank is 26. He's from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And the pitching coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks will go on out there. It'll be Brent Strom. They'll have a little conversation with Sal Frank here. So Andrew made his professional debut on September 5th of this season. He was born on August 18th. So he's 26, 8 days after my birthday. He was a 6th-round selection and the 182nd overall pick of the 2019 MLB draft. He had to undergo Tommy John surgery just prior to 2021, and he missed the entire season as a result. But then he came back and he played for High A Hillsboro and Double A as well. And this season he spent a lot of time between Triple A and the majors, or most of his time in Triple A. And he came up to the majors in September. First pitch, it's down low for a ball. All right, Turner's up at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch. Grounder hit sharply over to third base. Just played on the hop by Rivera. And the throw to second's in plenty of time. The inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 6th. I'm going to take a very, very quick step off. Don't you go anywhere. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. See you very, very soon. We'll be right back. All right, there we go. I forgot to change the graphic. But it is what it is. It totally is what it is. 3rd time through the order. Yes, sir. I was law enforcement for 20 years. I didn't know that, Larry. It's a terrible feeling. I was lucky. Wow. Law enforcement. Wow. That's so tough. God bless everybody, man. All right, Ranger Suarez is pitching the 6th inning, the first pitch to Marte. There's a high fly ball hit out to deep left field. It's bouncing off the top of the wall. Marte can fly. He'll dive in there head first into second base. And Marte just missed a home run. He's been the only one that's really been doing damage in this series for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Just hit off the yellow part of the left center field wall. And if it was maybe a foot higher, it would be a 1-0 game. Oh boy. Seeing this coming from the Phillies with a pitcher they'd never seen before, they were going to struggle, says Kane. All right, here's Corbin Carroll. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. The 0-1 pitch. There's a little liner. Hit past the diving stop of Harper, but the diving stop by Bohm. And the throw to first to Ranger. It's in time. Wow. From one Las Vegas native to another, Bryson Stott backs up Bryce Harper and throws out the runner going to first, and Suarez was able to win the race to the bag. Marte does go over to third. That's not an easy play. That thing gets by Harper. It's an RBI single, and Bryson Stott, I think, just saved a run. My gosh, it's those little things that matter in the playoffs. And how about Ranger? He's the unsung hero in that situation, as he was able to win the race over to the mound. I don't think any other pitcher on this Phillies squad would have been able to do that and get a speedy Corbin Carroll out. So Jeff Hoffman getting loosened up now in the Phillies bullpen. There's one out in the third, and that's going to be it for Ranger Suarez. So Rob Thompson, he'll pull the plug, and he'll go to Jeff Hoffman here. So we have another pitching change. This time it's for the Phillies, and they'll be right back. That was tough, man. Wow. Tada, did I miss a comment from you? Oh, no. Okay, I didn't miss a comment. But yeah, we're all sending prayers to you, man. All sending prayers. Great play by Stott and by Ranger. That was pretty impressive. Larry, did you see that? That was awesome. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons so that way you know when I upload. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We need 38 more subscribers to get to 1,400. If you have not done so already, if you've been on here for like 5 months and you're like, I don't know about subscribing to the channel, what are you waiting for? Just gotta press 3 buttons. That's it. Thumbs up, bell, and the subscribe button. It's all for free. Larry said no. That was really a nice play. You'll have to check that out. That was a defensive play. But you painted the picture for me. Yeah. Yeah, so Harper basically tried to dive for it. It got past him. It actually maybe bounced off the edge of his glove, but Bryson Stott was there to back him up, and I thought there was no chance that Carroll was going to get out. But Stott threw it from his knees, and Ranger won the race to the bag and got him. Make that one more now. 2 more likes, come on. We need 1 more to get to 100. This is edge of the seat stuff. Go Phils. I thought you were going to say this is edge of Philly sports. I was going to say hardcore for all. That's not. You're not edge of Philly sports. But yes, this is edge of the seat. Which team is going to blink first? That's the question. Jeff Hoffman's coming in. Can he get the fire extinguisher out and get out of the inning? That's the question. So Hoffman is 5-2 in the regular season in 54 games with a 2.41 ERA. He had 69 Ks in 52.1 innings. Batters were hitting 158 against him, and he's been Pretty dominant here in the postseason, too. 100 likes guarantees a victory. Okay, so we reached 90. Now we need 10 more to get to 100. 10 more. So here's Gabriel Marino. Wonder if they're going to think about walking him here. Don't necessarily know. So Ranger is still responsible for the runner at third base. If he scores, that is Ketel Marte. That run charges to him. First pitch by Jeff Hoffman. Just a little inside, but it was way up high. So Hoffman throws a nasty splitter. Has a fastball and a slider in his toolbox as well. The 1-0, there's a slider that had a lot of wicked movement, and it ended up being at the knees for a strike. So Marte's over at third. There's one out in the bottom of the sixth. We are still scoreless in Snake Land. The pitch fouled back towards the screen. So Marino is up at the plate. Marino batted .284 in the regular season with 7 homers and 50 RBI and a .747 OPS. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And there's 2 outs. Just wanted to remind you guys, no spoilers in the chat. Just wanted to do a little friendly reminder there. So Hoffman gets the strikeout, and he wins that battle. So Rob Thompson, see if this move will work. He just has to get one more out here. And it's Christian Walker, the pitch. It's popped up. Hit out towards the third base side. It's hooking foul, and that one will go out of play. Starting pitcher's stat line's almost identical, literally. One pitcher had 9 strikeouts, the other one had 8. And they both allowed 2 hits. Well, one actually allowed 3. That was Ranger. The ball is 1 strike. On base plus slugging, that's what it means. The pitch. That's down low for ball 1. So Jeff Hoffman, as we just mentioned, on the bump for Philadelphia. It's a guy who has been a little journeyman and was let go this season and signed by the Phillies. Played for the Cincinnati Reds, and the Phillies picked him up. The 1-1, it's just fouled off. Started off his career with the Colorado Rockies from 2016 to 2020. Then played for the Reds from 2021 to 2022. And the Phillies then picked him up on February 26th. Signed a minor league contract with the Twins. And then was let go by them. And he's on the Phillies roster. The 1-2 off the plate for ball 2. We love you, Tata. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Marte's at third. Walker's at the plate. Hoffman kicks, fires the pitch. Grounder hit over to shortstop, backhanded by Turner, and he throws over to first, and Jeff Hoffman gets out of the inning. And Rob Thompson strikes again. As we go to the top of the 7th, and the Phillies are coming back up to bat. Harper, Bohm, and Stott coming up. OPS word is so corny. Is it? I guess it is. Both starters getting the no decision. Hoffman gets the job done. Rob, again, pressing the right buttons, guys. Trivia, yes, that's coming up right now. Top of the 7th, so that means it's time for our Phillies trivia question of the day. So if you guys are new to the channel, first of all, my name is Jason Joseph. I'm a pretty fast talker tonight. If you guys are new, make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons so that way you know when I upload. From Ghetto to Glory, says John Moyer. Excuse me. That's a quote by Bob Gibson. So if you are new, make sure that you like, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons. And now it's time for our Phillies trivia question. So I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you're new to the channel, we do this in the top of the 7th inning for all the Phillies games. And if you get the question right, you'll hear this. If you get the question wrong, not right, incorrect, or something else, I can't think of any more synonyms, you'll hear this. Okay. Here's our trivia question of the day. Okay. Who holds the Phillies franchise record for career doubles? Okay, for most career doubles. Okay, that's what I want to know. Who holds the Phillies franchise record for most career doubles? And of course, there's going to be a part B to this question, and that is how many. So that is the question. Comment your answers down below. Turning on the light. Jimmy Rollins. That is correct. How many did Jimmy Rollins have? Aaron Rodgers, Tampa Bay Sports Pod. Aaron Rodgers all got that correctly. How many? 479. That's correct. Tampa Bay Sports. How'd you guys know? That was really good. You guys definitely know your trivia. You said it first. Yep, Jimmy Rollins is correct. We need 38 more subs to get to 1,400. Here comes Bryce Harper to the plate. Andrew Saalfrank, the lefty, facing the lefty at the plate, and that's Bryce Harper. First pitch, swing and a miss. That slider was down low. Harper's 0 for 2. He hit into a double play. A 4-6-3 double play that was in the first. And also grounded out as well. The pitch, down low for a ball. I'm a huge Phillies trivia guy, says Aaron Rodgers. Well, I see that now. Thanks, Google, says Chris Adams. The pitch. That's just fouled off. I knew that. I didn't even have to look it up, says FS Pod. Well, good for you. I did have to look that up. I didn't have to look it up, actually. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch that's in the dirt for ball 2. Shout out to Larry, because Larry sometimes helps me come up with Phillies trivia questions, because sometimes even just the littlest things, guys, they do make a difference. If you guys want to help out with the channel, if you want to become a mod, or if you want to help out in other ways with social media or something like that, email me down below. Copy and paste the email, GVanoots. Post it right there for other people to reach out. The 2-2 pitch. It was a check swing foul ball. It actually bounced in the dirt, literally bounced in the dirt, and Harper checked the swing and just fouled that one off. It's kind of like in Wii Sports Baseball, like when you throw the splitter, it usually bounces, if you've ever played that before. This time it wasn't a splitter, though. It was just a slider. Let's go, Phillies. 466. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Harper. Breaking ball that misses for ball 3. An 18-inning game feels like. That's what this feels like, says Houston to Dave. Al Bohm waits in the on-deck circle. Both teams are scoreless, and we're in the top of the 7th. Harper's up at the plate. Nobody on, nobody out. The payoff pitch, it's sliced foul. A lot of stuff can be said about Bryce. He's 31. Of course, from Las Vegas, Nevada, made his MLB debut on April 28th of 2012. He was 19. The 3-2 pitch, down low and inside, and Harper draws a leadoff walk. That was a nice at-bat, and Harper can just walk over to first base. And Torey Lovullo going to make another move, going back to his bullpen as Andrew Saalfrank's night is done. So he came in to face both lefties, Kyle Schwarber in the 6th. And after getting Trey Turner to get out, well, just faces Bryce Harper to start off the 7th, and we have another pitch and change. Base runner, let's go. Philly's going to sweep the series, says Danielle. What's up, Danielle? How you doing? The chef's moves come back, says Houston to Dave. Oh, boy. L'chaim. What the heck? I didn't even get that. Whatever. Good. How many people do we have on here? The name's Jason Joseph. The channel's Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football. So, JJ, why did you start this channel? Why? Why did you start this channel? Well, I started this because this is my passion, number one, and I didn't want to move out to any smaller markets or anything, and I thought, I could just do this on here. Just call games on here, build a brand, and, let people know who you are and that you're for real and that you're committed to doing this. And so we've been doing this almost every day, pretty much every day. The person that really inspired us to do this was Scott Fransky. I've taken a lot of great advice from so many different people. I've learned about different things within the business, and just from getting a lot of experience with different people who work in sports media and sports broadcasting and all that type of stuff, I encouraged myself to do this because I knew I needed to get reps, and this was the only way for me to do that. So, but it's not just about us. I mean, while, yes, we're branding ourselves and we're doing that, we're also having fun, and we're calling games on here, and we're letting you guys become the color commentators because you guys add a lot of color yourselves. JJ has a following outside his market, calls a great game, says Houston to Dave. Thank you. Bohm needs to drop one out into right center, says Chris Adams. That's a good analogy. So here's Ryan Thompson. I almost said Rob Thompson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's 1-2 on the season with a 3.82 ERA. I'm getting ahead of myself. There's a runner at first, and the first pitch to Bohm. There's a grounder hit slowly over to third base. Going to be a tough play for Rivera, and he'll just eat it up himself. Harper goes over to second, and Alec Bohm beats it out without a throw. So there's the small ball that the Phillies have been waiting for all day. After a leadoff walk by Bryce Harper, Alec Bohm gets his second hit of the series, his first today, and gets an infield single. That's how you do it. I was going to say, can you imagine if Rob Thompson was actually pitching? We're a colorful bunch. You guys really are. No one likes a know-it-all, lol. Well, I always like to learn. So, but I understand what you're saying. Brent Strom is going to go out there. He's the pitching coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they'll gather the infielders all together and have a conference on the mound. So Bryson Stott's coming up. Mind you, there's still nobody out. This is a golden opportunity for the Phillies to strike here. We're in the top of the 7th. Harper's at second, and Bohm's at first. Phillies lead the series, the National League Championship Series, 2-0. It is 101 degrees outside in Phoenix, Arizona. And it's raining. However, the Chase Field is an indoor stadium. Here comes Stott. He steps into the box. And the first pitch, it's down low for ball 1. Stott's 0 for 2. He struck out and popped out. Spread the word, guys. Make sure that you spread the word and tell other people to come on here. Infield playing at a double play depth. Harper's at second. Bohm's at first. Nobody out. The 1-0 to start. Off the plate for ball 2. And Ryan Thompson is having a hard time finding the strike zone so far in this at-bat. I'm with you, FS. 2 balls, no strikes, and the next pitch, a sinker at 91. Emmanuel Rivera playing towards the infield grass over at third base. Meanwhile, at the other corner, Christian Walker trying to hold on. The first base runner, Alec Bohm, the 2-1, outside, and the count is 3-1. JT waits in the on-deck circle. Torey Lavulo looking down at his notes. Stott in the batter's box. All eyes on him. The 3-1, swinging a bouncer, hit back up the middle towards shortstop. Perdomo has it, tags the bag for second for 1, and the throw to first, and it's in time for a 6-3 double play. The good news, though, is that Harper does go over to third. But that certainly is a rally killer. Good pitch, though, by Ryan Thompson, as it was just chopped back up the middle. And Perdomo did a good job of just tagging the bag and throwing it solidly over to first to get Stott. Here comes JT. Can he be a hero right here? The pitch, it's in there for a strike. It is not raining, says ESR, yeah. It's raining outside, it says. Outside, of course, the Diamondbacks play inside. That's what it said on the weather on whatchamacallit. The 0-1, it's outside for a ball, the wild pitch, and Harper's going to come in to score, and the Phillies are up 1-0. It was way outside, and there was no chance that Marino was going to get Harper out. And finally, the Phillies come through as the Diamondbacks blink first. And Harper gets high fives in the Phillies dugout. Base is empty. Harper scores on a wild pitch. And JT still is up at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. It's at the knees for a called strike. So Thompson threw a slider that got on by Gabriel Marino. And the throw back to home plate to Thompson. It was off the line. Thompson couldn't even catch it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on. The Phillies lead it 1-0. And the pitch, a slider that's outside. And that run could certainly be the difference in this game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thompson on the mound. Rob Thompson in the Phillies dugout. The 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss. And JT strikes out. However, Bryce Harper does score from third on a wild pitch. And the Phillies are up 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. There we go. Director 97 with another donation. Thank you so much, man. That means so much. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, please make sure that you click the super chat button down below. You guys don't have to if you don't want to, but any contribution is always welcome on here. Phillies run, let's go. Keep up the great work, JJ, says Director 97. Thank you, man. I like that message. I like that. Lightning Time says Tampa Bay Sports Podcast. Tampa Bay Lightning. Not too much what's up, FS Pod. Good, we're having these nice little conversations on here, guys. That's what this is all about. There was something I was going to say, and then I forgot what it was. It slipped my mind. It just slipped my mind. Any of you guys pet people? And the reason why I ask is because, well, I'm taking care of 2 pets, Okay, I'm taking care of a dog and a cat. They're my sisters. I'm house sitting for her. And then I'll be back home next week. And so I used to be actually allergic to dogs. Okay, but I was always, when I was a kid, I was always afraid of cats. And so I don't know what has changed. I guess that I became more mature and I got older and whatnot. But am I the only one here that was ever afraid of cats? Do we have people on here that are afraid of pets? Because I know people that are actually afraid of dogs. But I am just curious. Because I feel alone. And I don't like feeling alone. Thanks again, Director97. Share my wealth. Me good luck, so I enjoy making donations to JJ. I appreciate that again, man. I appreciate that again. Once again, dude. Not me, I have 6 dogs, says FS Pod. Oh, that's cool. You'll have to send me pictures on Discord, dude. I'd like to see your pets. Trisha says I used to be afraid of dogs. Okay. I used to be allergic to dogs, as I said, but I know people that are, that are very anxious of dogs. But I love pets, man. I have 1 dog, says Danielle. What kind of dog? What kind of dogs do you guys have? Here's Orion Kirkering, who's going to be pitching the bottom of the 7th. And the first pitch is fouled off. So the Phillies are using Orion Kirkering here. He's gone 4 innings in this postseason, has only allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, and a strikeout. The 0-1, there's a fly ball. It's out to right center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. And Tommy Pham comes up with a leadoff single to start off the bottom of the 7th. Trisha says I have 2. Chihuahua Beagle mix I have. Oh, that's really cool. Nice. Maybe sometime we can have I don't know how it would work, but we had Bark in the Park as a promo for the Blue Rocks, but I was going to say maybe we can all show our pets, but yeah, we can't show pictures on here. I forgot about that. All right, so there's a leadoff single by Tommy Pham, and Alex Thomas is now going to be pinch running for him. So Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is coming up. The pitch. That's just fouled off. So Orion has 6 strikeouts on the season. A 1.33 whip as well. Came in relief for 3 games in the regular season. The 0-1 pitch up high for a ball. JT has really been struggling. Honestly, he did pretty well in the last game. He did. He did pretty well in the last game. So Orion got his first start in the Phillies uniform on September 24th. The pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit past the diving stop of Alec Boehm. Going over to the wall was Marsh. The runner from first is going to come all the way in to score, and it's a tie game. So Alex Thomas pinch runs for Tommy Pham. It's an RBI double, and it's a tie ball game as we're back at 1 apiece. Punch, counter punch. And this fan base is very, very loud at the Chase Field. That was just hit so sharply down the third base line. It just got past Alec Boehm. Not all his fault. Just not the best pitch by Orion. So there's an RBI double. And it's a tie game, 1-1. So still nobody out in the bottom of the 7th, right here. This was a good spot for the Phillies to use him in. Unfortunately, he has allowed 2 hits, and that's his first career earned run that he has allowed. So the Diamondbacks have the go-ahead run at second. As everybody in the Diamondbacks dugout, they're getting pretty rowdy too. Pavin Smith is coming up. He was really dominant against the Phillies in the regular season. He's making his first appearance in this NLCS. Check swing, did he go? And it's a strike. Jose Alvarado getting loosened up in the Phillies pen. In case this inning goes any further. The 0-1 offering just low and outside for a ball. The ball is one strike. Still nobody out. It's a 1-1 game. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. tied it. The pitch. Line drive into right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Castellanos plays it on a bounce. The throw to home. It's cut off. And staying put at third is Gurriel Jr. That was a really good throw by Castellanos. And that's now 3 hits in a row. And Orion Kerkering just does not have his stuff today. So Pavin Smith is able to come up with a pinch hit single out to right field. Castellanos did a good job of playing it on a bounce, and he was getting ready to throw it to home plate. He was in a perfect position. I subbed and liked, says Danielle. Thank you so much. All right, so Rob Thompson has seen enough. He'll pull the plug. Orion Kerkering's day is done as he allows 3 hits, 1 earned run, and the runners at the corners are still his responsibility. And Alvarado's going to come in to try to bring the fire extinguisher. Subbed and liked. Okay, so Kerkering is done. Now we have a pitch and change. All right, cheers. Chaim. Danielle, thanks for the sub. Now we need 37 more to get to 1,400. Where'd G. Vanutes go? I haven't seen him on here. Make sure you guys go subscribe to G. Vanutes' channel, by the way, if you haven't done so already. We have 125 people on here, 96 likes. That means that, oh my gosh, that means that like 29 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. What are you waiting for? We need 4 more. There we go. 4 more. Albert's here. Albert is here. Both runs given up by bullpen. Both managers smart for pulling the starters, huh? I mean, hey. It's just how the game is now, I guess. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm going to the Phillies game. Oh, are you? Oh, man, that's great. Let's go. Danielle, you have to do us a solid. We reached 100 likes. Be right back after that. I meant that I'd come back to your comment. Just wanted to play that. 100 likes. Let's go. Let's get to 150. Let's do it. I'm happy that we got to 100. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up button. So easy, man. It's so easy. But Danielle, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do when you go to the game tomorrow. Okay? You have to bring your Phillies rally towel with you. And you have to, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to be loud. You got to be really loud cheering when the Phillies score and everything. And I know that you can do that because you're a Philly fan at heart, and I see that, and I just met you tonight. I understand. I haven't even physically talked to you, but I know that you're a big Philly fan because I can just tell. So bring that rally towel with you tomorrow, and hopefully, if the Phillies do win today, they can clinch, and you can see that. Got to win 4 games. You got to stay focused as hardcore, for sure. I'm always loud at the games. Did you guys see that video that went around on Twitter during the Braves series where there was somebody that was above the third base dugout and was like being very, very rowdy? 101, let's go. A 102. All right, so Jose Alvarado, hopefully he can throw 101 in this inning. We've seen him do that a lot of times before. He'll have to face Emmanuel Rivera. There's runners at the corners with nobody out. Infield playing in. They're playing Rivera to pull towards the third base side. Alvarado gets set at the belt. We'll get to his stats in just a couple of seconds. The first pitch by Alvarado. Swing and a miss on a cutter at 93 miles per hour. That just whizzed on by Emmanuel Rivera. The ball's 1 strike. Alvarado gets set again at the belt. Delivering from the stretch. Here it is, the 0-1. Swinging a bouncer, hit over to shortstop. Back in by Turner, the flip to second. There's one to throw to first, and it's in time. The runner from third stays put. And Jose Alvarado gets a double play, and Trey Turner makes it all happen. That was absolutely huge. Nice play by Turner. He played it on a bounce, had to backhand it. And Bryson Stott didn't get the best throw off, but it was a great dig by Bryce Harper. So there's 2 outs. Phillies need 1 more out to get out of the inning. The go-ahead runs at third. Geraldo Perdomo batting on the right side. The switch hitter grounds this one back towards the mound. Alvarado has it, and he'll throw it over to first, and that's the end of the inning. The screen blacked out for a second, but Alvarado got it on 2 pitches. And we didn't even have to go over the stats because he gets out of the inning. That was absolutely huge. And we go to the top of the 8th. TV just blacked out for a second. I got it, but that's okay. I'm watching the game on my TV, but I'm listening to your commentating. Thank you, man. Thank you, Danielle. Appreciate that. How do you not score from third? Because the ball was hit towards the third. It was literally hit towards the bag at third. It was literally hit towards shortstop so sharply, and Turner would have gunned him out at the plate. It was hit really, really sharply. It wasn't like it was a slow roller hit over to shortstop. It was a ground ball that, you can't go on that play. That just hurt the Diamondbacks' heart right there. Dodged a bullet. Give Alvarado credit, man. Oh, my gosh. Rob Thompson does it again. Right moves, right time. Just saying. But yes, I was going to talk about Alvarado, but I missed it. Who's going to be the hero offensively? I think Rojas hits a home run. He has the offensive moment at the biggest time. And that's my hot take. Says a guy that it's too long of a name for me to read. I can't even read it. I'm sorry, man. I can't even read your name. Swinging. Okay, now I see it because now I'm on the YouTube app. Swinging my. No, we can't say that. It has to be PG. Has to be PG. I can't even say your name. I think Thompson hits a home run. Rob Thompson. That's funny. Rob Thompson's going to pinch hit. There's a hot take. It can't even happen, but yes. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe. We have 124 people on here. That means that 6 of you have not heard the whole story, the whole shenanigans. So my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. And we've been doing this for 10 months. 10 months. We do Sixers basketball, Flyers hockey, Eagles football, and Phillies baseball. If you like my baseball calls, okay, I really do encourage you to go check out like my football calls that I've done and my Sixers calls too. I'm excited to call Sixers. I'm excited to call basketball games again. The whole team, that's a whole nother story. But I'm excited about calling games again, and that should be fun. But we're also going to be doing some hockey too. And that should be a lot of fun. But yeah, I encourage you all to go check them out. So Corbin Carroll slides over to right field. And Kevin Ginkel will be taking the mound. Thanks, bro, for making this happen for us Phillies fans. We love you. I love you guys, too. Here comes Castellanos, and the first pitch is inside for ball 1. So it's a 1-1 ball game. Phillies got a run on a wild pitch that would allow Bryce Harper to score from third in the top of the 7th. And then the D-backs got one back in the bottom of the 7th as well. The 1-0 swing and a miss. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Nick Castellanos. The next pitch, that's served foul towards the right field side. So Lourdes Gurriel Jr. hit the game-tying RBI double. 1-1 is the score. One and two is the count. The pitch to Casti upstairs for ball two. So Gurriel Jr. is playing out in left field. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Kevin Ginkel is able to get a strikeout there. And Castellanos goes down swinging once again. So Ginkel has a 2.48 earned run average. He's from San Diego, California. He's 29 years old. Has 70 strikeouts on the season and a .98 whip as well. In the postseason so far, he's been doing a pretty good job. The pitch to Marsh. It's outside for a ball. Last time he pitched, it was against the Dodgers. He went 1 inning, had 2 strikeouts, and only 1 walk allowed. The pitch. That's on the outside corner for a called strike. Hasn't allowed a run in the postseason so far. It's been 4 1/3 of an inning he's gone. And he's allowed 4 hits. Has 8 strikeouts too. The pitch. Fouled off. Last time he allowed a run, he actually allowed 3. It was against the New York Yankees on September 25th. Gave up 3 runs on 2 hits in just 2/3 of an inning. The pitch. It's outside and high for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Has only faced the Phillies once this season, as the pitch is fouled towards the third base side. Got some lightning here in Nashville. Pitched against the Phillies on May 24th. Phillies ended up winning that game to avoid a 4-game sweep against the Diamondbacks. The 2-2 pitch, strike 3 called on the outside corner. And there's 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning as Marsh goes down looking at a fastball. And he'll go back to the dugout. So against the Phillies, he allowed 1 run on 3 hits and had 2 strikeouts on that day. So Rojas is due up. We're in the top of the 8th. And the first pitch is fouled off. Nothing but fastballs so far. Yes, sir. Rojas is 0 for 2. He's definitely due. And the 0-1, that's off the plate. Slider. Can you commentate the Eagles-Dolphins game on Sunday? That's what we're going to do, for sure. Unless a game gets postponed for some reason. The 1-1, swinging the bouncer. It's knocked down by the pitcher. The throw over to first. It's in time. Rojas hit it pretty sharply, but good job by Ginkel to just let it go out in front of him and just try to knock it down as best as he could. Alvarado's going to go back out there for the bottom of the 8th. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, it's a 1-1 game. Okay. Honestly, this has been a great game. Like, I know a lot of people don't like low-scoring games, but I love it. Especially in the playoffs. There's so much suspense. There really is. There's so much suspense. Ranger did a good job today. Dylan Russell says D-backs are winning this one. Okay. What's up, Dylan? Thanks for coming on here, man. Appreciate it. Love some hockey, says Houston to Dave. Yeah, I got a lot of... So when I was in college, the most of my reps were with basketball and with baseball, and rightfully so, because we covered them at the radio station for our college teams, and we also did I also had an internship and called games for the Delaware Bluecoats, who were the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers, and with the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the high affiliate of the Washington Nationals. I didn't just call games for them. Actually, I'll let you guys know something, because the one thing that I think is really cool about this field, and some people don't like it, but I think it's nice because I've always am a person that loves to learn, and some people get a little stressed out by it, but I have learned that I had to be a sponge, right? Like, that's what I always like to say in regards to my personal life with my family. I always had to be somebody that has taken in a lot of information. And I do that professionally too. You know, I'm always learning something every day, even if I'm teaching it to myself or if I'm doing other things. But when I was with the Blue Rocks, I would also play foul ball music, so that's why I have my little sound system here, and I was so used to just doing that, and I got such a kick out of it. I wish I could play some of the foul ball music that I had on there, but it's just not apropos, you know. But I also did promos with them and some other things too, and I think that it's important to learn, you know. The way that the business is going is that they want you to learn how to do more than one thing. So, if you're on the air, you have to learn how to operate the camera. You have to learn how to be a writer. You have to learn how to have a lot of skills because you're going to be put into some uncomfortable situations. But, with the Blue Coats, I also was a timeout coordinator. That was really cool. Okay. And I operated the board. First pitch, swing and a miss. So Jose Alvarado back out there for the bottom of the 8th inning as Ketel Marte is been able to get 2 extra base hits today. Both of them have been doubles. Welcome to the live chat. Please abide by our community rules. I don't even have to read that anymore. The ball is 1 strike and the 0-1 inside for ball one. Yeah. This is why you need your bullpen to be at their best, for sure. It's been a great game. Great defense and great pitching. Phillies offense is hibernating tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. It's served foul towards the right field side, and that will go out of play. Ketel Marte is the guy that's up at the plate. He's been really sharp this season. He's now 30 years old. He's from the Dominican Republic. He played with the Seattle Mariners from 2015 to 2016. And then ever since 2017, he's been an Arizona Diamondback. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the switch hitter. Alvarado kicks, fires the pitch, swing and a miss. A cutter at 95 miles per hour that disappeared out of the strike zone like it was a magic trick. You see it, and now you don't. And there's another out by Jose Alvarado. The first out of this inning, though. Corbin Carroll comes up, lefty on lefty, power on power. The pitch, fouled off. We need a huge finish from the Phillies right now. I'm getting very nervous. I do want to warn you guys, it is lightning over here, so if I do lose you, I apologize. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but I don't have a generator here, so I do apologize. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 fouled away towards the third base side. I don't want to let them back in the series, says Larry. Nobody does. The ball's 2 strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. And the 0-2 to Carroll. Just fouled off. Rangers and Astros should be just getting started in about 40 minutes or so. And it's game 4 of that series. This is game 3 of the NLCS. The 0-2 just fouled off. Sorry about those S's. Thought that this pop filter would do a better job at that, but I also think I pronounced my S's a little bit too too much. Can't think of the right word right now. No balls, 2 strikes. Alvarado kicks, fires. That pitch is sent out to center field. Rojas on the run towards his left side, and they'll be there to make the catch in front of the track. Not an easy play by the guy that's controlling the outfield, and he's the conductor of the outfield defense for the Phillies. As he utilized all his speed, even though he's been struggling at the plate, this is why you have him in the lineup, because this is what he can do to help the ball club. 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Alvarado with 12 pitches. He came in the bottom of the 7th with a couple of outs. The pitch, there's a fly ball. It's hit out to deep center field. It's going back towards the track, and Rojas can't make the catch. It's hit off the top of the wall. Marsh is there to back him up, and there's a double out to dead center field by Gabriel Moreno. And Rojas did everything he possibly could as Moreno stands over at second base, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Moreno took a fastball that was right down Broad Street and took it for a ride out to center field. And with the way that the center field wall is at Chase Field, it's so hard to hit a home run out there. And Rojas just couldn't get to the wall. That probably would have been a home run a lot of other ballparks. But it stays in the yard, and they're going to intentionally walk Christian Walker here. So there's runners now at first and second. And Alex Thomas will be pinch hitting in the 5 spot. Why walk Walker? Because he's a righty. And Alvarado's a lefty. And Walker's produced their most runs this season. So that's actually a good move. Alvarado gets set at the belt. Lefty on lefty again. The pitch off the plate. It reaches 100 miles per hour on the gun, but the location matters too. A gutsy game in Game 3. The 1-0, swinging a grounder, hit over to second base. Stott has it, throws over to first, and the inning is over. So Alvarado does get out of the inning, and he comes through. And we go to the top of the 9th. Phillies looking to take the lead. It's tied 1-1 at Chase Field. That's why you had to walk him, because he has the most RBIs for them. He's their best hitter in the clutch. And you got to put him over at first because a lefty is up at the plate. So, again, Rob Thompson, don't want to sound like a broken record. Right move. It's as simple as that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons so that way you know when I upload. My name's Jason Joseph, and this is Play by Play with JJ. Spread the word. Algo people, do your thing. All right? Let's do it. 105 likes. Man, we've been stuck here for about an inning or so. Let's get to 150. We have 124 people on here, and that means that 19 of you have not hit that thumbs up button or that subscribe button. What are you guys waiting for? We need 36 more to get to 1,400. We started this channel 10 months ago, and we're at 1,400 subs. That's 1,364. That's pretty nice. We don't do this without you guys, man. I know I keep saying that, like let's get to 1,400, but I want to always make sure that I acknowledge that you guys are the best, because you guys that have subscribed to my channel, and you know who you guys are, we don't do this without you guys. Trevor Lawrence is going to play tonight, says Larry. Well, that's good news for fantasy football fans, or for people who have him on their fantasy team. Just hit 110 likes. Let's get to 183 is our highest. Nice job, guys. We got to 110. We need 40 more to get to 150. This is our chance to get something here. I'm with you. Guy on third makes a huge mistake by going back to the bag. I'm telling you, he would have been out at the plate. In that situation, he would have been out. So, it was the right move. It was hit so sharply over to shortstop. He would have been out at the plate. And the last thing that you want to do is make a mistake on the bases. So, in that situation, that's what it is. Rob has such a great feel of the game right now. He really understands each guy on the team. He does. Again. Doing a good job. Torey Lovullo's been doing a nice job too in this game, but I think Rob is... I think that the Phillies offense has been asleep, even though like you have to give credit to Brandon Pfaadt. He's been incredible today. Seriously, he's been really good. It's not just the Phillies hitters. It's been him too, but two things can be true. But Rob has done a great job. Okay, so Paul Sewald is going to go out there to pitch the ninth, I believe, and Kyle Schwarber's coming up at the plate. So we flip the lineup card, have the top of the lineup. Here in the ninth, the pitch. It's fouled off, so Sewald is in the ball game. Talk a little bit more about him in just a few moments. The Red Rally Towels here in Arizona are waving. We're tied 1-1. Phillies lead the series, though, 2-0. Game 4 will be tomorrow night at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time. 5:07 p.m. West Coast time, Pacific time, that is. Sewald gets set, kicks, fires, and it's outside. Paul Sewald, the 33-year-old, gets set at the letters, kicks, deals, and that's off the plate again. Another slider. So he goes with two straight sliders. Sewald has 34 saves on the season. This is not a save situation. And the pitch popped up. Hit out towards center field. Thomas will back up a couple of steps, and it will make the easy catch. And there's one away. Diamondbacks with 7 hits and 1 run scored. That was on an RBI double to tie it back in the bottom of the 7th. The Phillies with 3 hits, and they literally scored on just a wild pitch. Bryce Harper was the guy that scored. Here's Trey Turner. The pitch off the plate and way outside. Turner is 2 for 5 against Sewald lifetime with a double and 2 RBI. The 1-0, he just fouls that one back and gets a piece of the pie. I like that. I don't think anybody else has used that either. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, and the pitch to Turner. It's fouled off the mask of Gabriel Marino. The count is 1-2. Is that a term that you guys have heard in a baseball cast or like a baseball announcer? Has anybody used like fouls off the piece of the pie or gets a piece of the pie? I don't think I've heard that. I might come up with that as a t-shirt idea. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out in the top of the 9th in this 1-1 game. The pitch. There's a little dribbler hit over to third base. Rivera will throw it over to first, and he got Trey Turner out by half a step. So Rivera did a good job at charging the baseball over to first base, and Turner, who has a lot of speed, was gunned out by Rivera. And give Rivera credit for staying with that play, too. Yep. Got him. Old-time term, says Ian Leslie. Here comes Bryce Harper, and he takes a high fastball just a hair outside. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. In this 1-1 ball game, Phillies lead it 2-0 in the series. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Harper. Upstairs again for ball 2. FS says I haven't. Has anybody else heard that term from a baseball caster? 2 balls, no strikes to Harper. The next pitch up high for ball 3. So Craig Kimbrell is getting loosened up, and he'll pitch the bottom of the 9th. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. 3 balls, no strikes to Harper. The pitch just off the plate, and Harper walks over to first base. Could have gone either way, but Harper is at first, and he's the go-ahead run. So 2 outs and a walk allowed by Paul Sewald, and now he's going to have to face Alec Bohm here. Bohm has been a very good run producer for the Phillies, and he takes a strike at the knees at 94. So Bohm's 1 for 3 with a single. He had a big 2-run double in the 10-0 win for the Phillies in Game 2. No balls, 1 strike. Sewald kicks, deals, and it's on the outside corner for strike 2. At 95 miles per hour. Low-scoring ball game in Game 3 of the NLCS. No balls, 2 strikes. Harper's at first. The 0-2. Runner goes. It's fouled off, though. And we'll do it again. So Harper has to just walk back over to first base. If you guys want to donate to the channel, feel free to click that super chat button down below. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. Sewald communicating with Marino as he gets set from the belt. And the 0-2 pitch off the plate. And Sewald thought he was going to get the call there, but it was the right call, and it's a 1-2 count now. That fastball just missed. Bohm stays alive. 16 pitches in this inning by Sewald. He kicks from the letters, and the next pitch fouled off again. And we'll do it again. Bohm lifetime against Sewald. He's only faced him once. And he had a double against him. So he's batting 1,000. It's a 1-1 game. We're in the top of the 9th. 2 outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harper's at first. Sewald kicks, delivers the next pitch. It's low for ball 2, and Harper swipes second without a throw. And that's absolutely huge. If Bohm gets a base hit here, it could be a 2-1 lead for the Phillies. Hearts are racing. It's getting pretty loud and pretty chirpy at Chase Field. The 2-2 on the way. Another foul ball, and Bohm fighting in this at-bat, representing the Fighting Phils. This is what they do. Absolutely relentless. Sewald looks back at second. Now back to the plate. The pitch. Oh, man. It was just outside in the eyes of the home plate umpire. And the mascot for the D-backs not so happy with that call. That was a strike. But Bohm gets a big gift there. Can he deliver, though? 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch. Oh, strike 3 called on the inside corner. That looked a little inside, but regardless, the D-backs get out of the inning, and Bohm strikes out looking. As we go to the bottom of the 9th, the D-backs looking to win it. Phillies trying to hope that this game goes into extra innings. And they'll be right back. Aaron, we're not winning either. It's tied. That's funny. We ain't losing. We're not winning either. Need a quick uno dos trace. Yes, sir. The old makeup call, says Albert DeHaven. Yep. Old-fashioned makeup call. That caught me a little bit off guard. All right. No ghost runner in the postseason. That is correct. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. This has been everything that we have lived up for in the postseason. A game of chess and not a whole lot of action. Phillies were able to come up with the first punch, and the Diamondbacks answered the bell in the bottom of the 7th with the counter punch. D-backs are looking to get themselves back in the series and make it 2-1. Phillies trying to put the Diamondbacks' backs against the wall. Who do you think is going to play the Phils, JJ? Honestly, I'm focused on this game, man. I really am. Who do I think is going to make it to the World Series from the other side of the bracket? I think the Astros have a chance, dude. I think it's going to go to 7. I do. If it goes to 7, I think the Astros have it. Even though the Astros have really been struggling at home. They're like the Golden State Warriors last year because the Warriors really struggled at home and just won so many games on the road. Oh, boy. How many people do we have on here? Givanutz, where'd you go? So how many innings this going? Put your answer in the chat. Put your answer in the chat, man. Oh, boy. 11, says Trisha. Astros can't win at home. That's what I just said. That's exactly what I just said. 141 people on here. Let's get to 150 likes. We're at 117. Let's go, baby. Here we go. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Diamondbacks are looking to win the ball game. Phillies hoping it goes to extras and will try to cool the Jets. FS Pod's still here. So Craig Kimbrell is coming in to pitch. This is not a save opportunity. He has a 3.26 ERA in the regular season. In the postseason, he's only allowed 1 hit in 4 innings, has allowed only 2 walks, and he has 3 saves. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., his first victim. First pitch. That looked like it was a strike, but it's called a ball. It was on the upper third of the zone. Gurriel Jr. lifetime against Kimbrell. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. No spoilers in the chat. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch by Kimbrell. That's way off the plate, and the count is 2-0. Gurriel tonight is 2 for 3. 2 balls, no strikes. Kimbrell gets set above the letters. Glove high. The 2-0 pitch upstairs, and the count is 3-0. Pavin Smith waits in the on-deck circle. Came in to pinch hit, and he had a pinch hit single. His last time up. His only time up. The 3-0 pitch. There's a strike at the knees on the outside edge of the plate. At 96 on the gun. Time is called really, really quickly. Gurriel Jr. had 24 homers in the regular season along with 82 runs batted in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Kimbrell again gets set above the letters, kicks, fires the pitch, strike 2 called at 96 miles per hour. It was a 3-0 count, and the count is now full. Getting the first out here would be absolutely huge. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch fouled back towards the screen. We'll do it again. Three balls, two strikes, and time is called with 1 second left on the pitch clock, and JT wants to have a conversation with Craig Kimbrell here. And that was absolutely 1,000% the right move. So Gurriel Jr., his brother, Yuli Gurriel, of course a World Series champion with the Houston Astros. JT goes back to the plate. And Kimbrell stays put on the bump. We're in the bottom of the ninth. It's a 1-1 game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch. Popped foul, and it's behind the plate, and it'll find the seats. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. has been 11 for 49 in the 9th inning this season. The 3-2 pitch, just low for ball 4, and it was the right call. So Gurriel Jr. battles and grinds out an at-bat and gets on with a walk, a leadoff walk. It wasn't a bad pitch thrown by Kimbrell that time anyways, but it just missed. So Caleb Cotham is going to the phone. And here comes Pavin Smith. Lefty on righty. Kimbrell, the righty, gets set above the letters. The winning run's at first. And the pitch, it misses badly inside. JJ rubbed that belly for a double play. It says Philly Eagles Bowl. What's up, man? Thanks for subscribing to the channel. 1 ball, no strikes. Lots of suspense as the runner goes. The 1-0 pitch, it's inside. JT throws it to second. It's not in time. And that puts a runner in scoring position. The winning run, that is. Gurriel Jr. is able to swipe second. And that is absolutely huge. Phillies getting a taste of their own medicine. As Harper stole second in the top of the 9th. Bohm just was not able to come through. And Gurriel Jr. making the Phillies pay here. So now what do? Matt Strahm is warming up in the Phillies pen here. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That knuckle curve was inside and low. I was wondering why Smith was going to go after that. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike, excuse me. Kimbrell gets set from the stretch. The pitch, ground ball, and Stott will make a sliding stop, and he'll just have to eat that one up. It's an infield single. Going over to third is Gurriel Jr., and now the winning run is 90 feet away from scoring. So it's an infield single by Pavin Smith. That was a good piece of hitting, too. And nice job by Stott to just make that sliding stop, because if that gets by him, that's the game. Third base coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Dave McKay, just holding up the runner at third. It's actually Tony Perezchica. So runners at the corners. Gurriel Jr. had to take a very quick sip of some Gatorade, and he goes back to third. Is that Gatorade or water? Couldn't tell. Looked pretty clear. Infield playing in, and rightfully so. Nobody out in the bottom of the 9th. Phillies lead the series 2-0. And Emmanuel Rivera is coming up. He's 0 for 3. He hit into a double play his last time up. First pitch, swing and a miss. And the runner, Smith, goes over to second. Pressure again on Philadelphia. The ball's one strike. Middle of the infield, playing towards the infield grass. Kimbrel gets set, kick steals, and it's fouled off back to the screen. The ball's 2 strikes to Emmanuel Rivera, the 27-year-old from Puerto Rico, facing the veteran, one of the all-time save leaders for the Phillies, Craig Kimbrel. The ball's 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing to go. They say no over at first base. Oh, my goodness. And Kimbrel thought he went around. I thought maybe he went around. He did. He most certainly went around there. Absolutely. But 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kimbrel will just do it again. Runners at second and third. Kimbrel gets set above the letters. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit over to shortstop. The flip over to home plate by Trey Turner. He got him! Oh, what a play by Turner! What a throw! He threw a dart over the home plate, and JT swagged him right there. Torey Lovullo wants to hold for a second, and they call off the challenge. My goodness. Turner at the right spot at the right time. JT originally didn't swipe the tag on Gurriel as he slid past home plate. And then Gurriel and JT had to go after it. And JT got him. There was no official ruling by the home plate umpire at first whether he was safe or not. And they were both confused. Okay, 1 out. 10 runners at first and second. The pitch. And it almost hits Perdomo. Way inside. Geraldo Perdomo, 1 for 3 against Craig Kimbrel. Was swagged. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. Swiped. 1 ball, no strikes. Kimbrel gets set above the letters and the 1-0 pitch. It's popped up. Where is it? JT can't find it. Bohm says he has it, but it just goes out of play. It just hit the rail, and it was out of reach for Bohm. That play by Trey was probably one of his best plays of the season. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Phillies get out of the inning with a double play here. It's a 1-1 game. Phillies lead the series 2-0. Kimbrel looks back at second, now back to the plate. The 1-1, swing and a miss on a knuckle curve at 88 miles per hour. So that was a fielder's choice ground out that was hit by the previous hitter, Emmanuel Rivera. He's over at first. Over at second is Pavin Smith. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kimbrel again gets set, kick, steals the next pitch. It's low. And the count is now 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes in a thriller of a ball game. The pitch by Kimbrel. Did he get him? No, he did not. It was a knuckle curve that barely missed inside by a whisker. Ketel Marte waits in the on-deck circle. The pitch of the night coming right up. Perdomo's 0 for 3 tonight. Kimbrel with 21 pitches in this 9th inning so far. The throw back to second. Oh, Kimbrel just looked over at second, so he did not throw it. I beg your pardon. And we'll do it again. The count is full to Perdomo. The rally towels waving for the D-backs. Kimbrel, can he silence the crowd? The 3-2 is inside, and that's going to load the bases. The good news, though, is that a ball hit towards the infield can be a double play. But the bases are now loaded. Rivera goes over to second. Smith goes over to third. And, well, here comes Ketel Marte with the bases juiced. He's batting on the left side for the first time tonight. Marte has had 2 extra base hits. Kimbrel gets set, kicks, fires the first pitch, a strike. It was a fastball on the inside corner. Marte is batting .289 with the bases loaded in his career with 3 grand slams and 75 RBI. Bases juiced, we're tied up 1-1. The 0-1, swinging the fly ball. It's hit out to right center field. It will drop in for a base hit, and the Arizona Diamondbacks are going to walk it off on an RBI single by Ketel Marte, who can run for his life as he gets chased down by Geraldo Perdomo out towards shallow center field, and the Diamondbacks win 2-1. And, well, the Phillies will be back tomorrow night. Ketel Marte, obviously the player of the ball game. He comes through with a base hit out to center field. And the Diamondbacks fight back and take Game 3. Nine hits and 2 runs scored by the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's the 3rd walk-off in Diamondbacks franchise history by Ketel Marte. It was a fastball that was right down the middle. The first pitch was on the inside corner. That one was actually a little bit more elevated. I thought it was down the middle, but it was right towards the letters. And Marte was able to just put the barrel on it. And he walks it off and gets an RBI single. And the Diamondbacks win 2-1. As he is just surrounded by all Diamondbacks players. And the Diamondbacks have now cut the series down 2-1. I didn't change that? I'm so sorry. I did not change that. I thought I did. But that's all right. We put that off. Apologize about that. I thought I changed the graphic. But I guess not. So that's how this game ends. How about that? Of course, all the Arizona fans are smiling and waving the rally towels at Chase Field, and Ketel Marte, the hero for the Snakes. Nice job, Marte. Hope you're doing great, brother, says Artur. What's up, Artur? What is up, everybody? If you just tuned in on here, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Algo people, do your thing. It was destined for the Phils to clinch at home, says Apple Attack. Well, they can still clinch it here, man. There will be a game on Saturday night, that's for sure. Thanks for the play-by-play call, says Ian. Of course. So, Ketel Marte being interviewed by TBS as he is the walk-off hero. He had 3 hits of the 9. So 33% of the hits from Arizona. And while the Phillies offense really struggled, and in that situation, I mean, this was just a gutsy game. But Phillies will hopefully bounce back tomorrow. They've been able to bounce back all season long. They are absolutely relentless, and so is this Arizona team too, for sure. But no panic, and hopefully the Phillies will have the bats ready tomorrow, and the pitching can still do really, really well. This was a great game. Just a game of chess. And this is what postseason baseball is all about. It was a hard-fought game. It really was. This was awesome. Crud, we have to regroup for tomorrow, says Katie. It was a high fastball. Yeah, it was towards the upper third of the zone. Sometimes when you're calling it in real time, it's like so hard because you have to improvise. And sometimes when you get something wrong, you just got to let it go. And you just have to, it is what it is. But Kimbrel should not be our closer in the ninth. Well, it was not a safe situation, man. I don't know what you expect. Jeff Hoffman was used. Orion Kirkring was used. What would you do? Go to Strom in that situation? Tough one, but there's always tomorrow. I know that we're in the heat of the moment. Great call, JJ. Come back tomorrow, everybody. Yes, sir. Please make sure that you guys come back tomorrow. That was tough, man. But you know what? This team can bounce back for sure. I definitely believe in them. But the Diamondbacks take Game 3. Give them a lot of credit. Paul Sewald is 1-0 in the postseason. Kimbrel 0-1. He got his first loss. He just allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run on the walk-off single by Ketel Marte with the bases loaded. And the Phillies, well, they were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Meanwhile, the Arizona Diamondbacks were 3 for 11, but that was the difference of the ball game for sure. Not blaming that home plate ump, but first 3 or 4 innings he was calling low strikes, also high strikes. Yeah, it was for both teams, man. You got to produce at the end of the day. Yes, of course the Blue really struggled, but you got to win the games. And your offense did not show up today. The game is 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. That's when we'll be back. Guaranteed Phillies lose the next 2 games. Great for ratings and betting, says MLB. A fun day with JJ. Great game calling, man. Yeah. Hopefully we provided a good amount of energy, even at the very end. Which fire extinguisher is best for Arizona Flames? All right, 2 more likes for us to get to 130. That's true. They normally have an answer after a loss like that. I'm not worried, guys. This was a great game. We had 361 at the end. That's great. Cool. Yep, now it's 107. D-backs are going to win it all. Man, it sucks, but our pitching was amazing. They still can't hit. Our bats just went cold. Yep. The bats did go cold, but our pitching was great overall. Yes, I should have said that. That's okay. It's all right. It's okay. We just get caught into the heat of the moment sometimes, guys. And my job is to not get caught into the heat of the moment, even though it's hard sometimes because you let your emotions get to you. But when you have the broadcasting cap on, sometimes you have to learn how to deal with it, D-backs weren't even close. I mean, the D-backs put up a pretty good fight tonight, man. This was a great game. I think this was a great game. Very well fought. All right, I'm done babbling. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we'll be back here on Saturday night at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, love each and every one of you. I'll catch you all on the next one. Unfortunately, Phillies lose, but they still lead the series 2-1. See you tomorrow night. Love each and every one of you. Don't cry. It'll be okay. I went to break by accident. My bad. All right. Good night. Lalatov. Catch you on the next one.